Saba, Henry Senyondo, Jonathan Sebanja, Kakuru Cyrus, Kenneth Waiswa, Ronak Patel, Lutaya Ronald, and Simon Sesazi. The leading side in the East Africa Trophy so far, Team Uganda. And they'll be playing Tanzania, and here's the full squad for East Africa Trophy. Captain Abik Patwa, Ali Kimote, Amal Rajivan, Ivan Selemani, Johnson Nyambo, Kasim Chete, Mohamed Klutunda, Mohamed Yunus, Salumali Jumbe, Omar Sheikh, and Yalinde Morris. Uganda winning the toss, and the captain Brian Masaba winning the toss and electing to bat first. He feels it's a nice surface to bat on, trying to set a high total here. Team Uganda, they've got really nothing to lose. The leading side in the competition. Lovely Monday morning here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. The competition has been intense. 3 sides taking it heads on. Tight competition between all 3 sides so far. And on the screen, we see the opening batters for Team Uganda, Roger Mukasa and Simon Sesazi. Roger facing the first ball. There you have the numbers of Roger. 9 matches, 9 innings, 197 to his name, 89 being his highest, averaging 24. Strike rate of 143 with his partner Simon Sesazi. Opening the bowling attack from the Mount End is young Mohamed Yunus, jersey number 91. A bit of a restart there by Mohamed Yunus. Ball number 1 starts off with a full toss and played watchfully there by Roger. Team Uganda being the top side here in this competition of East Africa Trophy. Powerfully played. Slips through the hands of the fielder. And alongside me in the commentary box, I'll be joined once again by the coach of Rwanda women's national team, Mr. Leonard Namburo. who's been away from the commentary box for a few days, but glad to have you back. Welcome, Leonard.
Thank you very much. Welcome again. A lovely good morning here again. Game number 9 for both teams. Yeah. And the last time these two teams played against each other, Uganda won. That is on the 25th. They won by 26 runs against Tanzania. So Tanzania today are looking forward to make a strong comeback. And Uganda wanting to give a bet face. We've seen a lot of runs coming on in this ground, so that is something that they are looking forward to do. Just put a total on the board and make it hard for Tanzania's chase. A good start there, good run by Simon Sesazi up the order. This is what you always be looking up. Yes, early on, taking those singles, not just only waiting for one option, boundary option, but if the singles are offered, you also need to make sure that you get those singles. So it's going to be interesting to see how many runs are they going to put on the board. Since today they've opted to have a bet first, we have seen them a couple of games chasing totals. So today they are in. Lovely yoker there from Hamed Yunus. He has been bowling exceptionally very well throughout this tournament. So as you're getting to the end of the tournament now, this is where the real test for the players is going to be in a lot of things. Over number 1 done here. 2 runs on the board with both batters are on 1 apiece.
Mohamed Yunus completing his first over here. Last time he bowled against Team Tanzania. Spell of 4 overs, he gave away 29 runs, picked up 2 wickets with an economy of 7.25. Really, really decent bowling considering the format of the game here. Keeping it tight for his side. And now the man Salom Ali Jumbe, who was the main wicket taker against Team Uganda last time they played. He bagged 3 wickets to his name in his 4 overs and gave away just 24 runs with an economy of 6 per over. Full looking delivery there. Tried to clip it, Simon. Slow start here by Uganda, but I believe it's a way of being watchful earlier on and trying to take on the attack later. And we know how explosive both of these batsmen can be once they get comfortable. Don't want to take any risks here early on. Just 3 runs on board. Salom Ali coming from the road end. Salom Ali Jumbe has been bowling really well throughout the tournament and has been really handy with the bat in hand. You've seen him put on a few cameos in the trophy here.
Good shot there from Sesazi, hitting straight to mid-on. To mid-off for a single. Excuse me, we've talked about them a bit quieter. I would not call it quiet. What I can just say is now they are being a bit more careful now. They want to get off a good start here. You understand? We know what You see now, this is what I'm talking about. It's just a matter of settling. See that shot. He moves down the track. Shot ball was bowled then on the body line again. There is no fine leg there. The fine leg is inside the circle. So as long as it passes that 30-yard mark, it races all the way to the boundary. So it's all about game understanding and tactics understanding again. Look at that there. Getting behind the line of that ball, creating that room for him to hit it to the leg side. So it's all about being careful up the order, set a foundation, then later on you accelerate balls. A lot of the times you've seen batters up the order. Yes, it's good to be explosive, but during that process you see them falling down to opening bowlers. So what you'd want to see, you want to see maybe the first two openers see them through their 2 overs, 4-4, 2 each. That makes them 4. Then you target the other guys that are going to come in there. If you look at the side that they are playing in, yes, they've got some decent bowlers, but in terms of temperament, in terms of consistency and understanding what they want to do with the ball is now what Uganda is trying to take advantage of.
We've heard it from the coach himself. The right way to play that ball. Executed to perfection there by Roger. He's leaving his body. All he had to do is put some bat to it and give it a tap, and down the leg it went. The keeper stood no chance. He was very, very fine there. Finely struck by Roger Mukasa. Will be a relief for Roger to get off the mark against Tanzania. Oh, miscommunication there by Roger. Simon Sesazi sending his partner back from halfway.
I mean, that is a good goal there from Simon. If you look at it there, that ball was hit straight to the field, and look, he just quickly took off. And if Simon is taken off, I'm telling you that was going to be a straight run out. The good call from Simon, being aware of where the fielders are. You understand? And this is what you also need, that presence of the mind when you're betting, knowing and seeing around everything that's happening around you. See, this is the same delivery that he wanted to take off from. So you don't want to lose a wicket early on, especially in the fashion of a run out there. You know, that is not good for any team. Again, on end of over number 2, Uganda are on 9 for no loss.
Really nice call there by Simon Sesazi. And again, Leonard, when it comes to making a call, picking up those quick singles, who do you think is in the right position to make that call? Or is it a joined commitment by both of the partners out there? A form of understanding between the two ends?
Right, there we go again. Body line played down to square leg. Ali Kimote being the fielder there. You know, it's all about depending on a lot of people. If you ask a lot of the people, they always talk about ends, who has got the better view of the ball. But sometimes my own opinion is both batters should be able to have a better and a clear view of the ball. But it's not about me who's going to coach. It's not about how ready am I to get that single. You understand? So it's all about whoever has got that attitude or who is aware of how to take that single there makes the call. Lovely. Again, good cut shot. But they can only manage to get 1 run. So it all goes back to 1, your communication as openers, as batters, 2, your understanding of your partner. Again, sometimes you can see people not even calling, they just glare at each other, then they can take a single. So the more you bet with a certain partner, the more you understand them. At the end of the day, calling becomes something that it can be optional. But all along, it's all about having clear calls, safe calls. Again, not being too greedy. Again, as a player, look at that delivery from Mohamed Yunus, beating that outside edge. Simon says did not move the field. There's a slip in place there for that particular shot. So if Simon is not careful there, he's going to get that outside edge straight to the face slip. So if he wants to play that particular shot, he needs to be moving a bit more across the off stump, get behind that line. Then once he does that, he's got, at least remember, I always talk about having 3 options on any particular ball. So that's the position that as a better you should be looking for to put yourself into.
Absolutely. And the youngster, Mohammed Yunus, creating a good angle against the left-handers, tends to move it away against the left-handers. And that's the sort of variation he's got with his quick ball. To the right-handers, he tends to keep it straight. But the only variation he's got against the right-handers is when he tries to bring it in with the angle. And at times it can be really sharp. Took the edge there. Fortunate this time. Roger Mukasa takes the bat and it races away to the boundary. An effort ball there by Mohammed Yunus. I believe it hit his glove on the way. Two balls remain in this over. 12 runs, Team Uganda for no loss. Projected score showing 90, but very, very untrue. And so I would hope so. It makes the game very, very interesting when the scores are high. Likely to see great competition trying to chase down that total. Final delivery here by young Mohammed Yunus. Swing and a miss. A bit too close to the outside edge to Roger's preference this time. Tried to give it a full cover drive.
One thing that I like about these two batters here, they don't change their game, and that is what you'd want from your batters, and that's what makes the best batters again across the world, playing your own game, understanding your own game regardless of the situations. If you look at that shot there, that is the length or the shot that Roger normally gets, and once he gets contact with that ball, I'm telling you that ball is going to go away for a maximum. So it's not all about holding back, it's all about playing your game regardless of the situation. Yes, you talked about having runs on the board, but also now if you look at how disciplined the Tanzanian two bowlers, Salum Ali and Yusuf, the way they've bowled, again, if you compare the other games early on when the tournament started, they have not been that much consistent as they are now. So you also need to give them credit again to say they've bowled exceptionally very well, especially these first 4 overs. So it's something that you need to give credit to them. Again, you see that was a ball again full in Simon Sizaz's zone, but because he tried to play that 2 mid-wicket, then timing was out of the way. They tried to overhit that ball, then along the way you lost timing. So going back to Salum Ali and Mohammed Yunus, they've been bowling very well, especially these 2-3 overs today. So you gotta give them that respect as well. The length, if you look at it, the consistency that they have shown, that shows that they've been learning something going forward to the game. So that's why you've seen now someone like Roger, instead of him being striking the ball at 150 or 200, now he's striking it straight at 100. Simon says is below 100 again. So that shows now the quality of bowling Tanzania has managed to come up with now going to the deep end of the innings. And this is exactly what you'd want to see all the other teams doing, again, showing the signs of improvement. But the more you play the games, the better you understand yourself, the better you also get better as a player. So that is lovely to see from these Tanzanian bowlers. But this time missed the length. Ball's a bit more short. After the change of the bat, the new bat comes in, and straight away the ball went to the boundary. Good shot there, well picked by Simon, realizing that it was slow, not quick enough, managed to free his arms. Then anything that you bowl short to Simon, I'm telling you, you're asking for a prize.
The new bat bringing new fortune For Simon Sezazi, plays it around the corner. Lovely looking pool there. Had all the time in the world to place that. And just skillfully put away for yet another boundary. Coming off the surface really well. Well placed yet again. And Team Tanzania under pressure. Usually we've seen through the course of this tournament how they start the innings with decent amount of fielding. The very safe hands in the beginning, especially within the power play region, the power play period. But after the power play is when the fumbles and the misfields start happening. They start panicking. Last game they played, they put up 19 extras, Leonard. Something they need to work upon. In the beginning, yes, they take care of it, but later on, it just tends to get sloppy. With that, Roger Mukasa and Simon Sesazi, the opening pair, have reached double figures. Last ball of the fourth over. After this, they've remained with 2 overs of the power play with the field restrictions in hand. I hope they keep that in mind and make use of that. Oh, that has taken the edge. It's gone miles and it goes for a maximum. The fielder was following that on the boundary ropes, but using the pace of Salum Ali, and that went miles in the air, flying high. Have a look at that. The offer was there, and it went the distance. The fielder stood no chance there, as it was well above him for a maximum. "12 runs coming off that over of Salum Ali Jumbe. 4 overs done here, Team Uganda. Got 28 for no loss. Mohamed Yunus coming back. Mohamed Yunus being punished off the first ball. Roger Mukasa picked the length so early and drives it down the ground for yet another boundary. A shot of authority there, just thumping it down the ground. Beautiful shot that. Both batters on 16 respectively. Roger Mukasa 16 off 13, Simon Sesazi 16 off 12, and Uganda get into the 30s, 32. Shimmies down the ground, takes the nick, and the finger has been raised. Roger Mukasa walking away. Took a shimmy down the ground, and Mohamed Yunus tried to give him a bumper there. You can see on the review, if you watch closely there, just slows it down. Didn't look like there was any deflection, but loud and animated appeal by the wicket-keeper. So the short stay of Roger Mukasa has come to an end. Uganda losing their first wicket. 32 runs on board. Second ball, second delivery by Mohamed Yunus in his third over. And he picks up the big wicket of Roger Mukasa. If Tanzania didn't get rid of him this early, This man can take the game away. But that brings the very, very exciting number 3 to the crease. Ronald Lutaya, 9 matches, 8 innings, 187 to his name. Highest of 43, averaging 23 per game. Strike rate of 123.84. Still to register a half century in this tournament. Very, very exciting youngster Ronald Lutaya is. And he loves having a go at it at any opportunity provided. Straight away in the air, the call is Shika, and Tanzania pick up 2 in 2. Mohamed Yunus picks up his second wicket and all of a sudden finds himself on a hat-trick. Ronald Lutaya, not patient enough, tries to flat bat that delivery off the very first ball that he faced. He's heading back to the dugout, heads down, disappointment. Tanzanians fighting back into the game with that wicket. Have a look at that. Just a flat batted shot pops up in the air. Lovely, lovely catch there on the 30-yard boundary.
Very well. Much awaited, much needed, I might say, breakthrough. And early on, in the same over again, he's on hat-trick here now. Yes, it's over, but the next time he comes into bowl, he's on a hat-trick. No, he's still on. So he's on a hat-trick now, so it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to bowl to the big man there. Ronak Patel just walks in quick succession after they've lost wickets. But it all goes back to what I said just a few minutes ago about these two bowlers being disciplined enough as bowlers, showing signs of improvement from day one up to now. So these are the results now. And you also talk about these Ugandan batters being quiet again. But like I said, it's all about discipline. Mohamed Yunus and Salum Jumbe have been bowling very, very well early on these overs. If you look at the lines, they're not even giving too much room for these batters to score freely. So that is also pressure that they applied. Then once you do that, then the wickets will start coming in. All of a sudden, they've got 2 wickets quickly in one over. Mohamed Yunus over again. So that's something that as a bowling unit, you would want to see from your upfront bowlers delivering in such a way. So it's something that other teams, again, like always, it's always a game of learning. How do you learn from someone who's playing better than you? Look, even there, look at how he's bowling. Body line into the pitch every time, getting that extra bounce every time that is looking to bowl. And making it hard for these batters. So the batters now need to come up with a different plan now on how to play such kind of delivery. Simon is sitting on 16 after 12. He's been there from over number 1. So he's going to be the key man now for Uganda going forward if they want to put a bigger total there. Ronald Lutaya comes in, face ball, tries to pull. He was not even anywhere in line with that ball to play that shot. Good up and over. Cut shot there. The third man is wide on the boundary. That opens up the account of the big man, Ronak Patel, with a boundary to close off. Mohamed Yunus is over. Now 5 overs gone here. 36 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
What a start there by Ronak Patel, the big man. Last time, it was unfortunate for him to be playing against this very opposition. He got struck on his grill and had to be retired, hurt, wasn't able to finish that innings. This time around, he's in and he's gotten those runs. And interesting enough, what's really been impressive by the Tanzanian side is the consistency of length and line they've been bowling at each side in this tournament. The occasional outside off-stump deliveries have been there, but apart from that, they've been having A tough line and length they've been bowling. Keeping it nice and tight. Enticing the batsman to get out of his comfort zone and try something exceptional to make the most out of the balls going by. As every delivery goes by, the pressure keeps rising. And in order to get that delivery up and over, that shot that you just saw, Leonard, of Ronak Patel getting that boundary off the cut shot, a very similar shot was played by the Rwanda team former captain Eric Dusingizimana. But he played it with soft hands and ended up getting caught on the inner circle boundary, leading to yet another wicket, trying to square him up. And then it's a strategy that has been working exceptionally well for the Tanzanian side. Ali Kimote coming in from the road end. He's given away just 2 runs so far. His first over. Tries to play it on the leg side. Doesn't get the angle right, Simon Sesazi. The intention was there. The execution still questionable, Leonard.
He just went a bit quicker on that deliver again. If he just waited for it, I'm telling you, he was going to hit it wherever he wanted it to go. So it's all about also waiting. Again, Ali Kimote is just come into the attack. So it's just a matter of giving a few balls to understand him again like that. It's just a wait. Look at how beautiful that shot is. It's like seemed like he heard what I've been just saying. That it's just a matter of waiting for that ball. He's bowling to you anyway, so it's going to come to you anyway. So you have to wait for it. So look at that now, realizing that, no, if I go a bit more quicker, the pace between the 3 bowlers now is different. Again, Ali not being one of the quickest, if you compare the other two, look at that. Look, everything perfect there, well in line, well controlled, well placed. Again, this is what you'd want to see from your top order batter, and that is what the beauty Simon Sesazi brings for Uganda cricket again in terms of betting. So it's something that they should cherish and something that they should be happy about. Again, look at that. Straight afterwards, just opening that face of the blade, getting that ball to third man and rotate strike and bring the other batter. And once you keep rotating strike like this again, it also gives the captain and the bowlers a lot of homework to do, especially now we've got a lefty and a right again. Obviously, there's a lot of adjustment, field adjustment, line and length adjustment. So things like that now, again, also gives a lot of pressure and a lot of things to think about to the opposition. And that's what exactly you'd want to be as a betting unit.
Team Uganda, whenever coming into bat, the difficult bit bowling against Team Uganda is that they've got about 3 to 4 left hand, right hand combinations of batsmen out there in the middle. And like you mentioned it, Leonard, it's always a headache trying to adjust every rotation of strike. And in a hot day of play, with the emotions rising high, trying to play for your nation here, calculations might go wrong, and the field adjustment, at times you find fielders not remembering which spot they should be taking care of.
Yeah, it's something that you wouldn't expect at this level, you understand, because this is international level. So things like that is things that you got to work on again and find. But again, it also goes to concentration. How far can you concentrate as a fielder? For how long? You understand? So it's also a good test, again, as a fielder to have challenging situations like that. So you got to be spot on, you got to be sharp in whatever that you're doing. So it's all lessons learned going forward for all the teams and all the players here again. As we see now the introduction of Johnson Nyambo from the Mount End here coming in to bowl his first over of this match. Now his power play is done here. Still 2 wickets have fallen and the runs on 43. Simon Sesazi leading up front, 22 of 16. And then the big man, 5 of 5.
Very skillful youngster Johnson Nyambo is picked up. Like I mentioned, first ball goes for the wicket. Didn't pick up the height on that one, Simon Sesazi. It kept low and took the bottom edge, chopped his stumps there. Disappointment with the way he's got to depart for 22 off 16. Simon Sezazi having faced 16 deliveries with 3 boundaries to his name. And again, so many times throughout this tournament, we've gotten to see how bowlers pick up a wicket the very first delivery of their over. Disappointment there for Team Uganda. Kept low there and chopped it on. Jersey number 69, Alpesh Ramjani, the man of the match yesterday against Team Rwanda, put up a brilliant looking 39. An all-rounder, a very valuable all-rounder, I must say. Bowls tight lines, loves playing that inside-out shot. Again, both of these two men out there in the middle. 8 matches for Alpesh Ramjani, 7 innings, 199 runs to his name. Highest being 55, strike rate of 147, averaging 33 in the T20 format, Leonard. Very, very impressive young man he is. And he adds with the bowl as well to the side. Have a look at that movement. I'd like to ask the production, Mr. Parfait, if we can see the review of that ball, the second ball, third ball, and the way it moved. The second ball, the way it moved. The movement is just amazing by young Johnson Nyambo.
But again, if you look at that dismissal of Simon, remember the previous over when he played that. Yes, look at that shaping away. I'm telling you, lovely to see there. So the most important thing now is Johnson. How long is he going to hold on to that line? How long is he going to hold on to that shape? So the good thing that these Tanzanian upfront bowlers have done, I keep saying this, is they've been disciplined better today with the ball. Again, the line that they're hitting, the length that they're hitting has been exceptionally very well. That's why you see now there are those 3 wickets, and those 3 wickets are crucial wickets again. So now Alpesh Ramjani and Ronak Patel have got a lot of job to do now if they want to put a decent total. Look at that shaping away again. This time it shaped away a bit too much, then ending up conceding an extra in form of a wide. He has to re-bowl that ball again. So this is what you'd want to see from your up-front bowlers again, being disciplined, knowing exactly where to bowl the ball, how to create pressure and take wickets. If you are not taking wickets again, they've been bowling a lot of dot balls. If you look at dot ball conversion here, they've got a lot of dot balls that they've considered in this period. And again, good shot there, good timing from Alpesh, just to get off strike and open his account. So these two gentlemen here for Uganda, Ronak Patel and Alpesh Ramjani, have got a big job to do now to make sure that they get a good partnership in between them and put a decent total for them to come in and defend.
This might be the partnership that Team Uganda needs at the moment with the way they're going. Last ball of the 7th over and 45 runs on board for the loss of 3, Team Uganda. We are quite aware of the way Ronak Patel loves to build his innings, and alongside him Alpesh Ramjani will be looking forward to playing sensible cricket as well and build a partnership here, as it is dearly needed by the side. A very, very nice over there by Johnson Nyambo. He's given away just 2 runs and picked up 1 wicket in his first over. Remarkable figures by the young man.
Yeah, these two gentlemen have got a lot of work to do here now. But if you look at it again, they still have got the captain, Brian Masaba, still sitting outside. Then the info man, Kenneth Waisco, again, still sitting in the dugout again. So it's going to be a tough task here for Tanzania if they want to get a bit of Uganda. So they need to make sure that they take 1 or 2 early wickets from here going forward again to try to increase that pressure that they've created again. So the bowlers again need to come in and do the right thing. There is the introduction of Yali, almost a chance there, back to Yalinde Maurice again. So this is what now Tanzania needs to do it now. Try to apply a lot of pressure to these two batters. You see that shot, that is a sign of someone who's trying to think, someone who's trying to score quickly where the delivery is not there. So this is what they should continue doing now as Tanzania. And these two batters now need to find ways, an easy way now to get that partnership that they should be getting. But that is their job. They are the one that are controlling the middle order here. So you expect them to be there for a bit longer. Again, with a positive intent. Again, you see the misfield from the minute point. And I'm telling you, those are not good signs to the bowlers, especially when you are trying to apply pressure, then the fielders are not backing you up. Those are not good signs, so they need to tie it up. That now still have got a long way to go here into the over number 8. After this, we're talking about 12 overs left. That's a long time and long overs of cricket there.
Like again, I mentioned earlier, Leonard, Team Tanzania after the power play tend to be getting a bit slopey with the field. We've seen an example of that on that occasion by that fielder within the 30-yard region. Yalinde Morris flighting the ball, gets the odd turn this time. Surprising Alpesh. Surprising Ronak Patel, I beg your pardon. Didn't expect that much bounce out of it. It's got a bite to it. Takes the shoulder of the bat this time, but doesn't carry all the way to the fielder at point. Yalinde Morris. Much quicker on that occasion. Has given away just 3 runs. And with that, we come to the end of the 8th over. 48 runs on board for the loss of 3, Team Uganda.
T20 is just a funny game here. At one point you look to be in control. The next one you see yourself wanting. Yes, Uganda can be 48 for 3 now. It doesn't look like it is good for them, but I'm telling you, it just takes a few overs for them to step up again. And they've got those 2 gentlemen here who are also capable enough of doing that again. So you're not something that is Tanzania. You need to get carried away with that. Yes, you've given yourself a good start. Lovely piece of bowling up front, but you need to keep on digging deeper again to make sure that you keep applying pressure, because these 2 gentlemen, we know how much cricket they have played and how they can be able to bully you in terms of scoring runs. So it's going to be interesting again to see what plan does Alpesh Ramjan and Ronak Patel are going to be having going forward after, let's say, half of the innings. If they're still betting there, what plan are they going to come up with in order for them to get on top of the Tanzanian bowlers that have shown today to be a much improved side?
Speaking of plans, Leonard, this man you see on the screen, Alpesh Ramjani, last time he played Tanzania, scored 55 or 41 with 7 boundaries to his name, striking at 134. What a knock that was. And he was the player of the match in that game. Very mature innings that was by Alpesh. And again, the other sort of scheme that I've noticed over a period of time is that Team Uganda, as you mentioned, the graveyard period, happen to manage that period quite well. And once they get to that 14th, 15th over mark, that is when they start getting aggressive and now look forward to finishing up the innings with a bang. They're just waiting for that opportunity there.
Definitely, if you look at it now, this is the period that you always look to quieten the batters or the fielders again. So if they manage to keep and continue doing that for a longer period of time, get it around over number 14 and 50. There was a shout there, umpire Veronica Irio shaking her head, not interested in that. But we can have a look at that again to see how close was it from the bat. The shot was not that much convincing again. I think they were just trying to get something out of that. But now, like what you were saying, look at that again there. There's nothing up there. There was just a shout, just desperate, appealing.
I think, Leonard, that took one of the cracks there, the way it turned into Ronak Patel. I don't see a swing moving that much off the pitch.
But if you are to compare now, when Johnson started bowling, especially to lefties, the ball was moving a bit across. That is, so if you look at that now, Ronak being a right hand again, I think it's just the same shaping now, shaping into his pads again. So for the left, that ball was shaping outside the outside edge of the bat. Now it's a right hander, so it's getting inside there. So it's, like I said, it's all important now as a bowler to understand what is your strength. You understand what is it that you're doing better at that particular moment and stick to that. And that is what Johnson has managed to do. Again, look at this over. He's bowled 1 over. Considered only 2 runs in that over. And then the other over again, he took a wicket again. So 5 runs again here in his 2 overs. So that shows the quality of bowling that he has come up with today. You see that show that Ronak just played now. These are the shows that Tanzania would love to see him playing again, trying to go area. Once you do that, you're going to miss hit 1. So if they carry on with this graveyard period to over number 13 or 14, that is going to force the Ugandan batters to go big. So once they start going big now, you know what happens. Wickets start falling. So this should be what Tanzania should be aiming to do again for a long period of time in these next 3 overs.
The assessment has been given. 52 runs on board, 3 wickets down. Team Uganda, Yalinda Morris, who's been bowling really, really tight, keeping it very economical for the Tanzania side. Placed really, really well there by Alpesh. Helped it on its way on the leg side for a boundary. And you see tall Eric there, the on-field umpire, indicating the boundary.
One of these 2 gentlemen needs to just say, let me be the one to be the aggressor here. And we've seen someone like Alpesh Ramjaz is capable of doing that. I think he should be the one to say, Ronak, you just play around me, let me be the big hitter again, because you don't want to leave it all the way to the end now when you will be under pressure. So the time to do that is now for him to decide to say, let me be the one to go for the bowlers and you hold the other end, just support me. Again, misdirected there by Yalinda Morris. Again now, bowling it short and a bit on the leg side. Easy for someone who's got that much experience. Ronak Patel finishing up that over by scoring a 4 there. That's over number 10 gone here now. That was my string to the leg side there. I'm telling you, even anyone from their sleep, if you bowl them such deliveries, I'm telling you, you always pay the same price of going to the boundary. So it's something that Yalinda needs to start working for. He is the only one now who's been conceding boundaries back to back in and over if you compare with the other bowlers. So it's something that the captain now needs to speak to him so that he understands that he's the one who is always releasing the pressure that the other bowlers have applied on the batters. And again, like what I said now, I would love to see one of these two batters, especially Alpesh, going for the ball here.
Johnson Nyambo on this occasion forgetting his bowling to a left-hand batsman. Would have been a proper delivery if it was a right-hander in the middle. And Alpesh Ramjani not bothered with that delivery at all. Lets it go on its way, picking up that wide. Much, much better by Johnson this time. Driven down the ground for just a single. And again, it's that mental challenge to the bowlers. Every time the strike has been rotated, you find a different batsman there with the right hand, left hand. It's all about adjusting and keeping your focus intact. Powerfully struck. Goes over the fielder for a maximum. There is a confirmation of the on-field umpire Veronica. Urhit Mehta there on the boundary ropes had a touch to it, got a finger to it, but he was travelling at so much pace, there wasn't much he could do to keep the ball in field. It went all the way.
These are those chances that you as a fielder now need to create and make them into chances. The field was a bit too inside, about 15 meters inside from the rope again. So again, this is something that even the captain need to also be aware of. But look, we are playing at this stage. You gotta realize that if you are on the boundary, your job is to make sure that you save the ball from crossing the rope. You know, because whatever position that is standing now, even if the ball is hit down on the ground, they're gonna take one anyway. You understand? So it's either you're saving one or you're saving the boundary. So you gotta be on one spot. So look at where you was now. Look at him now. He's now starting from the outside of the boundary after realizing that that's where you are supposed to be in. But that can be a bit too late. Lovely piece of placement there from Ronak Patel. Look at that shot, knowing that the third man is way a bit more wide again. He just get a touch outside edge. Well directed, beating the keeper on the right side, then races away to the boundary. So it's all about angles and distance that is made by fielders. Look at that shot there.
Just cheeky shot there by Ronak Patel. Very wisely placed. Knows exactly where the fielder was. Goes through covers this time. Yet another boundary. Very expensive over. This is turning out to be Leonard. Maximum boundary. Another boundary. And where else can this man place the ball? He's hit 3 boundaries so far in different areas of the field. Pulling out all the shots in his bag. I believe there are plenty more he hasn't shown us yet. A man of plenty of expertise, Ronak Patel. And a whippy looking shot that on the leg side this time for a single. Smart batting there by Ronak Patel, who's on 26 off 17 now. Johnson Nyambo being thrown under the bus this time, under pressure. Something good batsmen always tend to do. Put the pressure, apply the pressure upon the bowler as early as possible so that it doesn't come upon you while playing those shots. And I believe that's what Alpesh and Ronak have done here, especially Ronak Patel with those placements. Big man has an applaud-worthy hand-eye coordination there, Leonard. The placement through his blade comes off quite well.
Eleven overs gone here, 78 for the loss of 3 wickets. This game is all about patience, Zaid. You gotta be patient enough to do whatever you want to do, and this is what these two batters have done now so far. Good in these last 3 overs. Alpesh Ramjan and Ronak Patel, they've been patient well enough. Then once you stay longer there, it becomes easy. And look at the lines now. If you look at Johnson, the way he was missing the length in that particular time, it all comes from the patience. Now, if you look at this innings here, so far 10 fours and 1 6 has been hit. So that shows how disciplined Tanzania bowlers were. Again, and that brings the introduction of Kasim Nasrochete from the road end, comes into bowl his first over now. A bit of some spin there from Tanzania, replacing Yalinde Morris. So it's going to be interesting again to see these two guys. I've been saying these two guys need to be there. They need to form to get a partnership between them if they want to see their team putting up a good total here. If they want to maintain their winning streak, again, it tries to go big, but completely missed that. It's just 2 or 3 dot balls and cut off the boundary in and over would make Tanzania happy. So one of these two gentlemen need to be aware of that they must not concede a lot of dot and singles. Again, they need to get a boundary somewhere in the over. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. You need to wait for that delivery, and that's the one that you patch. That is maximum 6 straight over. Good shot in any ground. This is what you need to do now. One of these two guys, they need to pick that one delivery that comes in the slot. Then that's the one that you take. So that is what you would love to see yourself doing. Look at that there. Again, just waited for it. And the key thing that he did there is to wait, watch the ball, and put himself in a well-balanced position to hit that ball any way he wants. He's got long hands anyway. So that is to his advantage. So it's a matter of waiting for the ball to come to him, and you play it any way you want. So this is what I was saying. These two guys, they need, yes, they've been taking singles, but they also need to find a boundary somewhere in every over that they are facing. They need 1 or 2 boundaries if they want to put a big total on the board here.
Beautiful looking shot that was, and with Kasim Chete has been punished down the ground. A full looking delivery that was, and it went a mile. Alpesh Ramjani loved that delivery and has dispatched it for half a dozen. And you can see the partnership here building up between Alpesh Ramjani and Ronak Patel. 42 runs so far in this partnership of 32 deliveries. Ronak Patel contribution 23 of 14. Alpesh Ramjani 16 of 18. Damage mostly done by Ronak Patel, and Alpesh Ramjani dipping into this contribution. The Tanzanian captain not happy with that delivery by his bowler at all, letting him know that's not where I'd asked you to bowl. An absolute gift that was for Alpesh Ramjani, who loves playing down the ground. And a shot that he plays exceptionally well is the inside out. We saw him striking one yesterday on the mount, on the banks of Gahanga. Makes it look effortless. This time, tries to play it on the leg side. And not given. Lovely, lovely effort there by the wicket keeper. The umpire, Eric Hirwa, believing that had taken the shoulder. Tries the same shot second time around, and this time it's been given a wide. Projected score now 146. Leonard, would you like to see that run chase being as interesting as we saw it the first time around they played each other?
Each game comes with its own different things here. Again, even 110 or 120, you never know. That can be also a good game anyway. Because cricket is always the same, but cricket always brings different things. A lovely piece of bowling again come back from Kasim Chete here. Yes, I know people would love to see big totals, big chases, whatever, but sometimes if you look at how the bowling has worked themselves around, especially Tanzania, that is very, very well. So you're not going to expect a mammoth total here coming in. And if you look at, again, the bowling lineup that Uganda possesses, again, also quality bowlers that are going to be coming in from there. So whatever total they put here, it's not going to be an easy chase anyway. They have to fight for that. You understand what I'm saying? So, yes, we want to see big totals being put, but we also need to give credit to the bowlers and the fielders again for coming up with plans. It goes down on one knee, that goes through the gap, square leg, and long on there. Well plays again. The short square leg is inside, then there's a cow who's just closer to the square leg there, but allowing a big gap between long on and mid wicket, of which I feel the mid wicket should have been more to his left side. If you look at that, it was well placed there because it's too wide. So he should have been more to the left side. Once is there, that ball was going to go straight into his hands. Good calculative cricket from Ronak Patel here to pile up this over. He's gone for a lot of runs here. 13 so far in this over, in that Kasim Chete's over, finishing over number 12. Again, the score is moved up to 91. 3 wickets still has been lost. Yeah, but good comeback again. Good fight from Uganda, Ronak Patel and Alpesh Ramjan.
Kasim Chete being very costly there for Team Tanzania. He's been giving away runs now, and we've been seeing through the course of this tournament the bad phase of batting that he's going through right now. Nothing coming his way. Something that the Tanzanian side needs to work on Kasim Chete, help him out with the finer adjustments that he needs to make to bring out the best of his game. And speaking of Ronak this morning doing what he does best, placing the ball. There you see, just opening up that face, showing the full face of the bat to the ball, playing it on the bounce there. Lovely hands by Alpesh Ramjani. The wicket keeper there just having a little bit of chat with Ronak Patel. I've just heard one of the most destructive batsmen of the Tanzanian side and the gun fielder, Ivan Sulemani, telling his captain, Natembea sana, meaning I'm walking. There's lots of walking today because he's got to rotate every time there's a rotation of strike. Ali Kimote in his second over from the mount end. 12 pitch to Ronak Patel. Lovely looking whip there. There is protection in the deep. Just rotating the strike. And he'll keep piling up the runs. Unnoticed. But he packs a punch. Team Uganda. Chance of a run out and misses the stumps this time. Not taking any risk is Ronak Patel. He got away with that one. Alpesh Ramjani was on the danger end. Lucky for him, the fielder couldn't aim at the targets successfully. 3 deliveries left in Ali Kimote's over. Projected score is getting high, and Team Uganda just 5 runs short of that triple digits here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. You've been part of our lovely placement by Ronak Patel on the leg side this time, and it gets to the boundary. Anything on the leg side for the Ugandans has been placed really well, and there is a gap there, so it races away. The outfield is really quick and unforgiving for the fielders here, Leonard.
I mean, those are just easy pickings. Miss of length from Ali Kimoto there in line, then that's the price you pay. So you gotta come back to where they've been bowling earlier on when they started these innings. That was the area that was waiting for them, so they need to make sure that they stick to that. Once you stick to that, you're going to make these two batters do something different now. Look, there is a big partnership that has been formed here by these two again. Futos there. Again, no, not well timed. They can see he's not happy with himself. He's managing to find that mid-wicket. Yalinde Maurice at mid-wicket there. A good inning from Ronak Patel comes to an end here. Not in satisfying fashion. I'm telling you, those are the balls that he normally hits outside the ground, but this time trying to be a bit more careful in terms of placing the ball, but finding the mid-wicket. Fielder then, 37 of 22 deliveries here. Good knock coming in when his team was in a bit of some trouble there. Played very well with Alpesh Ramjan, get a partnership going on and leaving his team with 99 for the loss of 4 wickets. In comes Kenneth Waiswa. Look at that. Look at that. Those are the photos that you normally hit, but just because it came off the toe end of the bat and trying to gain, you're only managing to find that fielder. Again, chance given, chance taken. Tanzania have taken their 4th wicket. Yeah.
Just a whippy shot there by Ronak Patel. The power was there, but not the placement. And fortunate for the Tanzanians, they pick up yet another wicket. And now just 1 run shy of 100 here is Team Uganda. 2 deliveries left into the 13th over. And it is a big wicket considering the way this partnership has been broken. Ali Kimote picking up a wicket, second last delivery, and that brings the exciting game changer for Team Uganda. Kenneth Waiswa out to the middle, 9 matches, 8 innings, 172 runs he scored, 66 not out being his highest, averaging 34, Leonard. Strike rate of 138 with 150 to his name. Very impressive numbers. Another sort of batsman for Team Uganda that can retain that partnership yet again.
Thirteen overs gone, 99, sorry, for the loss of 4 wickets. Now, this is what I was saying. If you can manage to quieten Uganda a bit longer until 13 or 14 overs, of which that is what Tanzania has managed to do now. So that is going to force, it's either Kenneth Waiswa comes with an attacking plan, or he's going to let Alpesh Ramjan being the one to be the aggressor so that they get in some runs that they're looking for. So this is where now we need to see the game strategies again coming into play now. Waiswa has been sitting in the dugout for almost 13 overs. Obviously, the conversation there was understanding whatever that was being said by the captain and the coaches there again. So now he walks in straight with the message to our patient Ramjin. So this is where we need to see now what kind of a message did he went up with this. Straight up, he went on one knee, one of his strength. That walk races away to the boundary, and I don't know why now Tanzania, knowing that he plays that particular shot, they don't have anyone in that region, and you can see the bowler not happy with the captain again. I think he suggested to have someone there, but the captain being the one refusing to have someone there. But now they've considered the four. He's going in that position. That is what is not making the bowler happy, because the bowler is the one who's going to be bowling those deliveries. So he knows exactly what he wants to do with the ball. So even in as much as a captain, you've got your own plan, but you got to listen to what the bowler wants, because he's the one who's going to be bowling. So it was criminal for them not to have that shot finding. Well, we know that Kennedy likes to play those kind of shots.
Team Uganda have crossed the 100 mark there, and innovation by Kenneth Waiswa on that occasion. We saw him bringing out that shot quite early into his innings, and very wisely placed, I must say. There was no fielder there at that time around, and it was a smart choice by him. And this time plays it on the leg side. There is protection in the deep, and a fumble yet again. These are the runs that cost you the game, Team Tanzania. Very, very guilty of producing similar efforts in the field in the recent games played in the East Africa Trophy. Takes the edge again. It's racing away. The chase is on, but the ball wins the race for yet another boundary. Runs leaking here for Team Tanzania. Very, very fortunate there. Have a look at that. Full stretch to it, and just the bottom end of the bat coming into play with the angle, using the pace of the bowler. There wasn't much or any power behind Kasim Chete's ball. $110 on board for the loss of 4 wickets. 14 overs done here. 6 overs remain. Can Team Uganda start firing up and bring out the fireworks around this period and start the assault? Make it entertaining for us here. There you see the dugout. Bilal Hassan, Ronak Patel still not believing how he got out of a full toss. Lovely looking shot that got underneath it and got the full treatment. Beautiful looking shot that. Sweet, sweet connection that, Leonard.
It is the period, and he has been there for 23 deliveries, so we expect him to be starting to play those kind of shots there because they need them. Again, Ali Kimote being bowling a bit full there, so once you over-pitch the ball in the slot, I'm telling you, to batters like Alpesh Ramjan and Kenneth Waisa, you pay the price. Yes, you can talk about entertainment, but it's not up to them to entertain you here. You have got to find ways to entertain yourself. Yeah, because they are looking forward to playing the cricket that they've planned on. So if you want to entertain yourself, I'm telling you, you got to find ways. Gahanga is a big ground here. There's a lot of activities here. So you can walk around, Zaid, entertain yourself. But if you're expecting these batters to give you entertainment, I'm telling you, that is not the place to be, especially when they are in this position. So they are looking forward to make sure that they construct an inning, they get a partnership going on, they give themselves a decent total here. When they come into ball, there's no pressure. Look at that innovation. But is there any reason why you would want to go for that option when he can actually play that ball to the other side? During that process, he got himself injured. Hope it's nothing serious there.
From the looks of it, it looks like it's the thumb that has been struck. And not a good sign, especially as a bowler as well. Have a look at that. Never easy playing such shots, and highly risky. Just hitting his glove there on the finger. That's why good protection is always needed when you're playing the game of cricket. I mean, the only reason you'd turn up to a cricket field, Leonard, is to watch the game of cricket. What other way would you entertain yourself with? Especially the batsmen capable in the Ugandan side that can strike the ball well. We've seen a few being struck for maximums here. And with just 6 overs remaining and 6 wickets in hand, it is likely to see the Ugandans turning up the strike rate and get things going here to see themselves put up a high score. They started off slowly. The occasional boundaries have been coming. They haven't been running hard, the doubles this game. But we're very aware of the fact that Team Uganda can switch up the gears and get going here.
He's up on his feet, back to business. Kenneth Waisco it is. If I can ask you a question, what is it that you call a high score in the game of cricket?
You should have prolonged that question by saying, which format would you want me to answer that question to?
We are playing T20 here, so basically that is what we're going to be talking about. Was there is no reason to talk about test cricket or 50 over cricket when we are not doing that. So this is the format that we are playing. So this is what I would want to hear you telling me. What is it that you call a high score?
A high score for me is the highest score my opponent's team has scored in the tournament. So going for that high score might be into 170s for the likes of Tanzania against Team Uganda. Likely 170, 180. They're very capable of scoring 190 as we've seen it before. So that's my description of a high score by a side. Ideally for any opposition.
Inside edge there from Waiswa Kennedy. Unfortunate it went all the way to the boundary. It was a slow delivery from Ali Kimote. Look at that coming around the wicket. They tries to go for the mid-wicket area, but getting that inside edge, Chinese cut, whichever way you want to call it. But those are runs. Uganda will be one of the happiest teams there, because each run that they get is adding to the total. Even if the game ends on 123 here, Zaid, and Tanzania comes in and they are bowled out for 98, to me 123 is a high score. Even if they score 50 and Tanzania comes in and they are bowled out for 40, to me that 50 will be the high score. You understand? That's what I'm trying to say. Lovely piece of shot there again. He tried it again, then he injured himself during the play, but this time comes in with lessons learned from that shot. He played it very well again and managed to get himself 2 runs to finish the over. Number 15 here. Now 30 deliveries left. 125 for 4. Here now. Uganda's got a lot of wickets in hand. Now the gear from now onwards, the gear needs to start shifting and changing into the higher one. So we can argue, we can chat along about the high scores. To me, I believe any score that is set by the opposition, the moment don't chase it, it becomes a high score. So there's no limit whereby you can say this is the highest score for any particular version. Even if you go to Test cricket, if we play for 5 days and we put 150 and you guys come, we bowl you out twice for 120, 150 becomes a high score. So that is according to me. That's my own thinking and opinion. But we all comes with a different lot of things. Here again, Yalinde Maurice has been brought back into the track, continuing with spin from that end.
Yalinde Morris has been bowling well throughout this tournament, and for the past 2 overs he's given away just 13 runs, hasn't picked up a wicket yet, and just like Ronak Patel, Alpesh Ramjani now building his innings. He's on 27 of 25, and the man there, Kenneth Waiswa, the game changer, he got struck on his glove there, got a bit injured, but good to see him back up. He's off to 18 of just 10 deliveries. T20 being a game of strike rate. There is the partnership of 26 of 13. Kenneth Waiswa 18 of 10, and Alpesh Ramjani was provided 8 of just 3 balls. Both of the boys very, very capable of striking the ball hard and far, but also placing it and running hard between the wickets too. With 5 overs here remaining, Leonard, they will have a go at it, trying to make the most out of the remaining overs. And the finger here being raised. Very, very late decision there by Tall Eric. Took his time. Comfortable decision there by Tall Eric. 18 of 10 deliveries there. 3 boundaries. Strike rate of 180. Going on the back foot, not able to read the length of the ball there. Struck him on the flaps, but he was deep within the crease, so it was likely for the ball to hit the stumps. Good decision there by the umpire, Eric Hirwa. A former skipper of the national side, Rwanda men's. Lots of cricket he's played. He's been part of CWB here in Kigali, Rwanda. And now that brings the captain out to the middle. Brian Masaba will be joining Alpesh Ramjani, who's on 28 of 26. 9 matches he's played, 6 innings, 84 runs he's put on, 37 not out being his highest, averaging 28, 158 is his strike rate. He's got plenty of overs here left. Ample amount of time to put up some score on the board.
This is poor fielding there from the fielder there. I'm telling you, it's not good signs. They've been very, very well, very, very tidy in their fielding. Now we're getting to the deep end of the innings now. Those silly mistakes are coming in, and Uganda being the one taking advantage. They've managed to take 3 runs that were never even there. Not even a single was not even there. So this is what I've been saying earlier on now. If a bowler bowls such kind of delivers, where you as a fielder need to make sure that you back them up. You need to pick them up, especially now you're getting to the end now. You don't want to Uganda to put on a score that when you come into bed, there's a bit of some pressure now. You've been bowling very well from over number 1. You've been fielding well from over number 1. You got to maintain that consistency again. Lapse of concentration there from the fielder. Again, lovely piece of comeback there from Yalinde Maurice. This is what you'd want to see each and every time. Once you do that, your fielders again needs to back you up. Because a boundary or a couple of runs in each and every over that comes in again puts Uganda in a good advantage. Look at that piece of delivery, a bit of pace on it again, beating that outside edge again. So this is lovely to see. Two delivers left side in this over now to close it off without a boundary being scored. That would be a good over for Tanzania. Yeah.
Off the pads this time, be counted as buys. There is the confirmation by Eric Toll. Just one. Struck down the ground there. There is protection in the deep. Midfielder Johnson Nyambo throwing from the boundary ropes there.
Salom Ali Jumbe being brought into the attack here again, bowling some good line and length there, but the backing up from the fielders is not good, especially now. There's been a lot of fumbling down on the boundary there that is allowing Uganda to get those two singles. Like if you look at those two deliveries now, they've gotten 4 runs off it again. Good communication between Alpesh Ramjan and the captain Brian Masaba, who just joined him in after the loss of that wicket. Again, goes full. That will go to the boundary there. It was hit hard, and hard it is. And it got the treatment it deserved. Over pitching those deliveries, you find yourself again paying. Now, this is what Uganda was looking to do forward all the way. And I've said it, one of these guys needs to be there so that you look, those are full tosses, easy pickings. Again, they have been bowling very well from when the innings started. Now, when you're going to the back end of the innings where things matters most, this is where you need to make sure that you are tidy on your bowling as a bowling side now. So these bowlers, yes, he's trying to go for that yoke again. You might find yourself missing. Again, that is going to be huge. Fielder under it and taken it is. That is the fall of Alpesh Ramjan. 36 of 32 deliveries. Good catch there on the deep. I'm telling you now, the game is going to be interesting now. You've got 2 new batters at the crease now into the 17th over now, where you expect one of the set batters to be on up. 36 runs of 32 deliveries, 2 fours, 2 sixes, 112 strike rate. But he falls up when the team needed him most. Again, clever and smart bowling from Salom Ali, taking the pace off that delivery. again enticing our patient Ramjani to go for the big hits, but only managing to find that long off-fielder who ran 10 to 15 meters across his left side to take that catch comfortably. And this is going to be interesting now. A good finish. Brian Masaba, the captain, he is there. He knows the task that lies ahead in terms of betting. Now, what plan does he have now going forward? They need to put in a decent total here that they can come in and defend. We saw the other game they last played against each other. They did put 167, but they didn't. They won that game, yes, but it was not how we expected. So anything that is less than that, Tanzania can fancy their chance of chasing that. Comes in Kakuru Cyrus, the wicket keeper. We haven't seen much of him with the bet. Why? Because the Ugandan betters have been betting very well. Again, he gets off the mark. The captain wants two, but he's sent back. Some lovely fielding there from the boundary. We haven't seen much of Kakuru Cyrus here in terms of the bet because the top betters have been betting very, very well for the team. Now he has come in there he has been exposed. Now let's see what answers is he going to have against Salum Ali Jumbe and the other Tanzanian bowlers as we are about to finish over number 17.
Lovely work there. And again, Alpesh Ramjani on a full-looking delivery off. Flick there by Brian Masaba on the leg side, picking up that quick single. Again, he was enticing Alpesh Ramjani to go over the top. He tried to slice it in the air, didn't slice it enough and found himself going down the throat of that one fielder, placed exceptionally well by the captain on the boundary ropes. And he was a set batsman, so getting his wicket is amongst the turning points that will be viewed at the end of the game. Uganda reach 140. 17 overs done now. 3 overs remain. Kakuru Cyrus being given the chance this time. Two fresh legs out there in the middle. Let's see what they can make out of this remaining overs. Johnson Nyambo now coming from the road end. He's given away 22 runs so far in his 3 overs. He's picked up 1 wicket. He'll be moving the ball into the right-handed batsman there. Here he is, charging in and scoops it. 1 bounce. 1 bounce 4 there, indicated by the umpire Eric Hirwa. Using the pace of Johnson, Brian Masaba loves playing that shot and times it well enough to make the ball go to the boundary ropes. Just so close to the boundary ropes there. 144 now. Played onto the leg side. There is a fielder charging in. And loud animated appeal. The wicket keeper cannot believe the decision made by the umpire there. Veronica, the leg umpire there, indicating Masaba had made it back into his crease in time. He put a dive into it just to make it safe back behind the lines. And he's on 10 of 4 deliveries now. It's going to be an interesting over to watch here. Johnson Nyambo versus Brian Masaba, the captain of the Ugandan national side. 146 for Team Uganda now for the loss of 6. Projected score showing 168, just 2 runs difference between what they had put on when they faced each other last time around. Uganda putting up 166 previously. Lovely looking shot that, and it goes through the fielder's legs there. The effort was there, but the power behind that shot could not stop that ball from getting to the boundary ropes in no time. Getting the treatment is Johnson.
They have been fielding well, Tanzania, since the game started now. Lovely piece of slow ball there from Johnson Nyambo. Tempting Brian Masaba to go for the big hit, but without timing, then he ends up missing that ball. Again, short and got the treatment it deserves. Boundary it is there, 4 runs. Again, there's no one in that deep mid-wicket region. The end now. It's not how you start, they always say, it's how you finish something here. You can start very, very well as a team, but how you finish is what matters most. This is what Tanzania have been exposed to now. They've failed to do the right things when they are supposed to be doing it now. So inexperience is coming in now to the likes of Johnson Nyambo against Brian Masaba, the Ugandan captain. Lovely shot there. Goes full. Driven down on the ground to long off. Pushing for 2. But only single. And that brings over number 18 to an end. 154 for 6.
Nice little cameo here by the skipper, Brian Masaba, playing at a strike rate of over 200. He's on 19 of 8. Those 3 boundaries struck in that over have really made an impact. Uganda on 155 for the loss of 6. Projected score taking a hike here, going at 170 now. Current run rate of 8.61. Kakuru Cyrus alongside his captain there. I believe Kakuru should either go hard at it or give the strike to his captain Brian Masaba, who's been watching the ball and striking the ball clean enough to put up that cameo that he's been doing so well so far. In this game, they've been 19 boundaries and 4 maximums. No extras. Remarkable to see a side go into the 19th over now without giving away a single extra. No wides. Powerfully struck once again. Lands short of the fielder there in the deep. Brian Masaba now to face Ali Kimote coming from the Mount End. He's into his final spell. Final over of the spell. Same fielder and a slide fumble, and they take on his arm for a double. Three deliveries left in this over now. Brian Masaba striking at 200 now. He's on 20 off just 10. And Kakuru Cyrus is looking to hit the ball and has struck this down the ground. Good work there by the fielder in the deep. Just a pick and throw, and they still pick up a double. Excellent to see the Ugandans turning really well at the crease and picking up that, leaving no time whatsoever, making those doubles extremely easy for them. Stays low with extra pace this time. Ali Kimote goes the distance, goes through everything. That one stayed low. Have a look at that, Leonard. After hitting there, fortunate through the legs. It goes. There's a full looking delivery there and goes through the legs, picking up an inside edge and on its way to the boundary it went. This time missing it. And that's the 19th over done. 164 for Team Uganda for the loss of 6. Final over of this innings. Ali Kimoti done with his quota. 39 runs is given away. Picked up 1 wicket. And there we have our youngsters taking care of the manual scoreboard. Salum Ali Jumbe coming from the road end now for his final over and the final over of the innings by Tanzania. Lovely placement. He got on into the position quite early. Despite the change of pace by Salum Ali Jumbe, he went ahead and played that shot and picked up that boundary off the first ball. Have a look at that. Salum Ali, the very last moment, chose to play that shot. And knowing there is no fielder in that particular area, it carries all the way.
Yeah, because Tanzania being penalized here by the umpires for slow over rate, so they are only allowed to have 4 guys outside, so that creates that gap, and Brian well aware of that. Look at that again, but that was his straight to the field at long on, only a single that he gets, so only him realizing. And again, look at the sloppy fielding there from the bowler. The throw was good, back to the stumps. That is the only basic thing that Salum was supposed to have done there, was just to get the ball in his hand, and now it was a bit casual and it slipped. Then Uganda, Brian and Kakuru Cyrus aware that this is the last over. They need every run that comes their way. They managed to squeeze in 2 runs comfortably. Again now, this time it goes big. Is it a catch? Bounces in. 2 is a call from Cyrus, but now Salum manages to get that ball into the hand and only allowing these 2 guys to get 1 run. So it's all about being there on time again, because I'm talking about teams being penalized for slow over it again. This is what has happened to Tanzania. They've been taking a bit of some time in terms of their bowling, field placings. It goes big, Cyrus. That has gone way over where we are sitting into the nets. A good hit from Kakuru Cyrus. I've been saying we haven't seen much of him in terms of batting, but he also possesses that gun power in his batting. Lovely shot there. 6, 10, 12, 13 runs so far in this last over. Only 2 deliveries left.
Massive shot that was. Got into position early and gave it a spank there on its way It went onto the nets directly. That's a massive hit, Leonard. Got underneath it and used the momentum, getting away from the ball, and ample amount of elevation for half a dozen that he picks up. Uganda 177 for the loss of 6, and a brilliant partnership building up in no time. Again, takes the bottom edge this time. Let's settle with a single there. Last delivery left of the innings. Here we go, final delivery of the first innings. Swing and a miss. And misses it completely. Comedy of errors there by Salum Ali Jumbe. You wouldn't believe it. He's missed out the easiest of runouts. Taking it very casual there. Captain not happy at all.
You talked about entertainment. That is entertainment for you. Off the last ball. 170, 180 here for the loss of 6 wickets. Uganda it is, having won the toss early on and opting to have a bet. And they managed to put that. And now Tanzania need 181 runs to win this game in their 20 overs. They started very well in terms of bowling, Tanzania, but the end, there you've got the betting card there, Roger Mkasa, the captain. No, he's not the captain here. Roger Mkasa on 6th in of 14 balls. Then Simon Sesazi bowled 22 of 17. Ronald Lutaya did not stay long. Nothing on the scorecard there. Ronak Patel, a good inning, 37 of 23. Alpesh Ramjan, 36 again of 30. A good partnership between him and Ronak Patel. Then Kenneth Waiskwa comes in, bowled a quick 18. And the captain himself, 27 of 14 deliveries, not out. Kakuru Cyrus, 16 of 7, level 228 strike rate. There, the top partnership up the order, 32 between Mukasa Roger and Simon Sesazi. Then the big one between Ronak Patel and Alpesh Ramjan of 56 of 4 deliveries. Then a small cameo again between Kenneth Waiskwa and Alpesh Ramjan. Those are the 3 meaningful partnerships that you can talk about here. The bowling card there, Mohamed Yunus, 2 wickets. 17 runs of 3 overs. Salum Ali, 43, expensive there. 1 wicket again, Ali Kimote. Again, 39 of 4 overs. Johnson Nyambo, 1 wicket, 37 runs, 4 overs. Yalinde Morris, 3, 17, a bit economical there. Then Kasim Chete also being expensive, bowling 2 overs, conceding 24 runs. And no a wicket to talk about there. Extras, 8 being considered by Tanzania. They've been very, very well, much disciplined since they started here. There is the summary again on your screens. The batters so far, Ronak Patel 37, Alpesh Ramjane 36, Brian Masaba 27, not out. And the bowlers, Mohamed Yunus 2 of 17, 3 overs. Salum Ali 1, 43 of 4 overs. And Ali Kimote 1, 39 runs of 4 overs. We back again in 20 minutes time when Tanzania comes in for the run chase, needing 181 runs to win.
Good afternoon, good morning, and welcome once again to East Africa Trophy. And I welcome everybody back into this competition between Uganda and Team Tanzania, where Uganda put up a score of 180 for the loss of 6 wickets in their 20 overs. Tanzania need 181 in their 20 overs. $181 required in 20 by Team Tanzania. Opening the bowling attack for Team Uganda from the Mount End is Jonathan Sebanja. And the most destructive opening pair of this tournament, Abik Patwa, the captain, alongside him, Ivan Soleimani. If they're to get into this run chase successfully, they'll have to make good use of that restrictive period. Very, very well known as power play, the first 6 initial overs. They'll need to play those out. And I'll be keen to watch, like all our viewers online, how they go about their business out there in the middle.
I'll speak in Gujarati.
Okay. He's your main. Always good.
A big Patwa there, 9 matches, 9 innings, 268. 58 being his highest score, averaging 33.5, 119. The leading batsman here in the East Africa tournament, 268. Right after him is his teammate, Amal Rajivan. Another beautiful, beautiful piece of a delivery there by Jonathan Sebanja to begin with, keeping it extremely tight. Ugandans will be looking forward to keeping the line extremely tight here to the opening pair. Sebanja has been carrying out the task extremely well. Driven there, straight to the fielder, nowhere to go. And of course, I'm not alone in the commentary box here. My co-commentator, Mr. Leonard Namburo, is here with me. He'll be joining me here shortly. Again, on the pads, loud appeal. Pitching leg, I believe, is the reason Veronica, standing in umpire, on-field umpire, didn't give that decision in the favor of the Ugandans. Got away with that, starting with 3 dot balls. Good start, I'd say, by Jonathan Sebanja. Nowhere to go, played straight to the fielder there at covers. Ugandans keeping it really tight. Technically speaking, they need these 2 points as eagerly as possible. If they get these 2 points, technically they will be the winners of East Africa Trophy 2023. So a great competition here, because after this, Tanzania is left with 3 more games, and if they happen to win even those 3 games, it'll make it not possible for them to catch up to the Ugandan side. So this game means a lot to both of these sides, the leading sides in the East Africa Trophy. Mr. Leonard Namburo, welcome to the commentary box once again.
Thank you there. End of over number 1. Tanzania yet to put some runs on the board. There's some decent bowling there from Jonathan Sebanja, bowling the first maiden of this game. We haven't seen a lot of these maiden throughout this tournament again, so it takes a special bowler to come up with such kind of overs here. But the most important thing for Tanzania here now is yes, they don't have runs on the board so far now, but still 2 of their batters are still in betting. We know how destructive these 2 guys can be up the order there. Ivan Suleiman has not yet faced a single ball so far. This is the first delivery that he's going to face, and he's going to be coming in from Bilal. You see there, a big Patwa than Ivan Suleiman playing 9 games again. 200 runs, 25 is the average, and striking it at 176. He can strike it more than that again. He's one of those destructive batters you can find in East Africa. Then Bilal Hassan starts off with the wide first runs for Tanzania, chasing 181 runs to win in their 20 overs. So if you have to summarize it down, that's 180 of 114 deliveries. Here again with the big man from Tanzania, Mr. Premji Pindoria, the chairman of Tanzania Cricket, is here with us. We're just going to be having a chat to him to know exactly what is going on in Tanzania in terms of their cricket. If you look at how these guys are performing exceptionally very well. There it is. I said it. We are not safe here, I'm telling you, especially when batters like Suleiman are betting. We got to be keeping our eyes open. Look at how quickly that ball went to the boundary. This is the kind of destructiveness I was talking about that Ivan Suleiman survives. So the biggest question that I would ask, look at that ball. It wasn't short, it wasn't full, but you went into that position quickly, well enough to hit it where you wanted to hit it. So the question that I would ask now is, how long is he going to stay there betting? I would love to see him betting for at least around about 10 overs in there. I'm telling you, if he gets there for 10 overs, that is Suleiman for you. I'm telling you, quick as it is, big hit. It goes, once it's hit from him, it stays hit. 6 again, 10 runs so far from 2 deliveries, plus that extra makes it 11 in this over yet so far. So Bilal Hassan has got 4 deliveries ahead to bowl, but already has considered 11. If he keeps bowling in that slot, to look at that, waited for it, look at the position. This is something that he has done very well so far in this tournament. He always keeps himself in a good position to hit the ball where he wants. So like I was saying, if he can think about this in the back end of his mind to say, let me bet a bit longer playing in this particular way, I'm telling you, this 180 won't take time to chase.
Takers of the tournament.
Right, we are joined here by the chairman, the big man, Mr. Pindoria. The first question that I would like to ask you, welcome you again, say, in this. You've came in when the tournament has started already, but your presence, I think, means a lot to the Tanzania players here in Rwanda and the other Tanzanian people that are in Tanzania listening and watching this game. Welcome, yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
There you see Silman is not holding back. He tries to go for those big hits. Right, Mr. Pindoria, just talk us through the processes that you guys go through in Tanzania in terms of coming up with a structure that gives you these kind of quality players.
Yeah, once making the difference is the coach. Before we don't have permanent coach. Now we have engaged the permanent coach for last 4 years. First 2 years was Steve Ticolo. Then the now current our coach is Jimmy Kamande from Kenya. The making the different, what I want to give the message to the small countries who are not ranking so far. If they have the coach, it will be very good for the team to come up.
Two of us gone there, 11 for no loss. You heard it from the big man. He said they've invested in coaching a long-term coach to look after the team, or definitely that's why you see their team is performing the way that they are performing again. Ticolo was there with you guys for a couple of years. Now you've robbed in Jimmy Kamanda again, another Kenyan. Do you have a sense of liking for the Kenyans to be leading your squads?
Yeah, Kenyan, the coaches, they have the good experience because they played about 5 World Cups and they have good experience. And also, if you are looking by the budgets, also is very good. And our country, we say, it's not like a full board members country. We are all associated members countries, and we have to see both way. And it is good to come even the coaches from African countries. It is very good for us.
Those are not good signs from a big patois. They're getting hit. Weight matters most. You don't want the ball to be playing in that area there. I'm telling you, Zaid, that hurts. But hope he's going to be fine again. The physio out there taking care of him to make sure that he comes back and give us some good show here. Right, yes, thank you very much for that. Again, I think you guys out there, the viewers, the listeners are listening to the big man, the chairman, speaking about how they go through about their process. Tanzania is known as one of the biggest teams in terms of cricket in East Africa. Here again, they are here in Rwanda playing the East Africa Trophy together with Uganda, Rwanda, and themselves, and they've done exceptionally very well here in this tournament. Last year around, again, you featured in the tournament, but after that tournament last year for the East Africa, I think at national team level, the national team went a bit quiet for around about 8 or so months. Then now they've come in. So what exactly was going in through those 8 tournaments? Do you have a league going on down there so that these players are kept busy there?
Pardon?
I'm like, for the 8 years after this first edition of the East Africa tournament, the national team seems like disappeared on the limelight. So in those 8 months, how were you preparing your players? Do you have a league for them to keep them occupied?
Yeah, we prepared for the team. We did not play more tournament, international tournament, but we prepared ourselves as a domestic level. And so many domestic leagues we are playing. And that's why we are up to here now. And I want to tell one thing here. I have seen a lot of different in the Rwanda team now. When I have seen before 8 months, they came to Tanzania. And now what I see, it is a bit, is a more different the way they are playing. and they beat, I think, 1 game to Tanzania also. And it's coming up and making very good difference in East Africa community. And we have to make sure to get more and more experience with our East Africa and Africa also. And Africa is growing now. Africa, I see last 5-6 years, let's say nearly 6-7 years, all the countries, our cricket are coming up. All standard is completely changed now. When before we see the South Africa, Zimbabwe, and only Kenya. Now you see the Namibia, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda. There's a lot of countries is coming up now. And there is the good sign of the cricket game in Africa now.
Very well said there from the big men. A lot of good signs that are coming in from the teams. If you look at the quality, I'm telling you, all the teams have shown us some good quality cricket that have been played, and all credit to tournaments like this coming in and making sure that they expose the players. Again, Jonathan Sebanja continues with his brilliance in terms of bowling. Again, 3 dot balls. Again, so that takes it 9 dot balls in a row. But now it has been broken by that extra wide. But other than that, I'm telling you, this is exceptional bowling. He's been bowling fantastically, very well. So this is Africa Trophy there, Mr. Chairman. Now it's now here in Rwanda. What's your take? Do you think we need more of this, or we don't have to play a tournament like this?
You know, this is the game of cricket. You can't judge. We beat first time in Uganda in this tournament. Last 4 years, if you say. Then we are remaining of 3 games, I think. Yeah, 2 for Rwanda. We'll try to win, and this also we want to try to win this game, and also one against Uganda. Definitely, we are not reaching the top, but we have to prove we are there. Yeah.
Yes, very true. Sometimes it's not all about winning the tournament, but it's all about picking the right things that you have done and achieved as a team. Again, now, a big patois has got different answers for Jonathan Sebanja. We have been praising him for bowling 9 consecutive dot balls. The moment he bowled that extra, he went for 6 again, another maximum 6 again. So 2 6s in succession here now. I don't know what has gone wrong.
4.
It's 4. Oh, it's been given as 4. I spoke in 2 earlier. I don't know where I'm getting that 6 from. So it's been 2 boundaries that have been he has given away so far. Maybe he just got carried away by bowling those dot balls, or a big patois is come up with different thought balls. If you look at those shots that he's playing, I'm telling you, he's just waiting for the ball to come to him, gets himself in a good position, then he hits it where the games are. Again, he tries to go for the big one, but this time, look at the position again. This is the first time you went in an unconvincing position to play that shot to end over number 3 on 22, still no wicket lost. And this is what you want again from your top order batters, not to lose those early wickets, and again going it round about 7 and over. That will even take you closer to the total. Going back to our conversation that we're having with the chairman here, he said this is some good cricket that he's seen. He's seen a lot of teams improving. Going forward now, tournaments like this are the one that keeps this team strong. If you look at Africa, like what you said, we have got numbers in terms of the countries that are playing cricket if you compare continents. So which means if we stand together as Africa, expose each other, organize tournaments like this, our cricket is going to be strong. So if I'm not mistaken, from here, Tanzania is going to the ACA in South Africa.
Yeah, might be. We go to South Africa. And also of this tournament, I want to request all the sponsors of this tournament to continue every year in different venues, East Africa Trophy. It will be better practice to our all the players, all the countries. It will be nice tournament. And if we run the more tournament in the year, and players are coming, not lazy, like is active players all the time, But this one tournament is organized by very well. It's going very well, and the Rwanda now is another ground here. It's a good improvement in the in Rwanda now.
Yes, we'll say it again. More tournaments like this, if the guys at Tougher Bet are listening and watching the game, you hear it from the big men again saying more tournaments like this needs to be organized and being rotated amongst countries. It's also that everyone get an opportunity to host them, and also giving praise to Rwanda Cricket Association now for developing, coming up with another ground again. That shows growth in an organization in the country. So those are some good signs. And only those good signs come with good governance, comes with good support, again, even from ICC and other corporate affairs that will be supporting the growth of game in Africa. And that is the only way we can get better. So just before I let you off, Mr. Chairman, I know you need to go and sit with your team and watch them playing, give some advice here and there. What can you tell us, your last words to the viewers that are watching and to the other guys that are following up this game?
Now the game still is young now. I want to say my players to keep it up. The target, you can't see the target. When you are on the ground, you just hit the run and you will reach the target. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. That was Mr. Premji Pindoria, the Chairman of Tanzania Cricket. Thank you, sir, for giving us your time to come and have a chat with us. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
That brings back, I had given Zaid Khan a bit of some break there, but I didn't see him moving to go for the break to take up his iced coffee. The last time I was with him here, he's been taking, I wish Landry was here, he knows exactly what he was taking. Yeah, so today I hope he's going to take it, especially in the afternoon game when Rwanda is going to be playing Uganda again, because I definitely know he's going to be, his heart is going to be on Rwanda, of course. So he needs those energies. So welcome back, Zaid Khan, 23-0 here into the fourth over. 158 in 98 deliveries. Right. Talk us through.
Thank you very much for welcoming me back to the game. Although I didn't leave, I'm here glued to the screen and my eyes are captivated by this entertaining game of cricket between Tanzania and Team Uganda. Here, the run chase is very, very interesting here. Bilal Hassan making a good comeback after being expensive in the first one. The Ugandans are tightening the screws for the Tanzanians here in search of those very important 2 points that I talked of earlier. As a coach, Leonard, you know the importance of getting through all that worry, gaining those early points within the tournament. If they get these 2 points, it technically leaves Tanzania no chance to get back into this. The only chance they've got is now. A very, very late decision there by Eric Toll, the standing umpire. We've seen him raise his finger for an LB in the first innings. And now he raises his arms, indicating a wide. So late, they had to reset the field for that particular one delivery. Top scorers for the Tanzania side and East Africa trophy here, number 1 and number 3 batting together at the moment. A big patwa with 278, averaging 34.75 in his 9 innings, strike rate of 117. Alongside him is Ivan Soleimani. I got it wrong there. Ivan Soleimani not in the top 3, but in the top 10 there. Number 6, 210 runs he's put up with an average of 26.25, strike rate of 176.47 in his 9 innings. Courtesy of the pair of ducks that he had gone through previously. Sign of worry there for Abik Patwa. Seems to have something wrong with his bat. Bilal Hassan there, done with his over. 4 overs done, Team Uganda and Tanzania have put up 27 for no loss. Abik Patwa on 11 of 16. Ivan Soleimani on 12 of 8. Uganda need a wicket here to apply pressure despite the high run chase Tanzania have to go through. 154 in 96 balls. Very, very achievable if these two batsmen are out there. Shim is down the pitch and misses it completely. A bit too quick, bitten by pace, I must say, of Jonathan Sebanja. He's been bowling really, really well, apart from that hit down the ground by Abik Patwa in his previous over.
I think this is the first time Ivan Suleiman is batting from that end and facing Jonathan. He has never faced him. He has been on the other end here. So let's see the answers that he has got for him here. What questions is Jonathan going to be asking to Suleiman coming there? Suleiman trying to go big, but not in a position to make contact with that ball. He's only thinking about that mid-wicket area alone. But if you look at the mid-wicket, there's a deep mid-wicket there already for that particular shot, and there is a long horn. So they exactly know where he likes to hit the ball. So if I was Suleiman now, this is where you need to come up with different options again. Move across the off stump, try to play it in the covers or back away from the stumps. If you beat it, if you drive it straight into the covers, if you beat one of those two guys and there, I'm telling you that's an easy bounder. So that should be the options that you need to look up. Finally, third man are inside the circle again. So if he's someone who is willing to get these boundaries, like yes, yeah. Now if you place it very well, sloppy running there, I think that could have been an easy single there, boys. If you look at a big part where he was almost halfway through the wicket, if he had called early, I think Suleiman would just have listened to him. So this is another option that he needs to have again. Both fine leg and third man are inside the circle. If you just manage to get that gap between those two guys there, that boy is going to go all the way to the boundary. We know this outfit is quick. So that is something that Ivan should be thinking about now. Forget about mid-wicket, forget about long on. Yes, you are strong in that area, but these guys are not giving you the balls to hit there. So find another option. Yes. There, that's what I'm talking about. A big hit, a big edge, it goes to the boundary. So this is the way he can get easy boundary. Yes, he has gotten this boundary in an unfashionable way, but now this is also going to force Jonathan and Brian Masaba to adjust their field set again. Once they do that, obviously, one of those two guys is going to come inside the circle. Then that's the area you're going to target.
Got the bottom edge of the bat, and whichever way they come at the moment, Tanzania wouldn't mind. That run chase is very, very important to them. Ivan Soleimani swinging hard at it. And the ball just within the 5th over has got enough pace on it that carried it all the way to the boundary there. And again, knocks him over. What a gem of a delivery there by Jonathan Sebanja, shaping it in and completely deceiving Ivan Soleimani. after that boundary, who didn't look like he was in a fine touch there, apart from that maximum and 2 boundaries, one off the edge, one hit comfortably. He's got to leave 150 runs now needed in 92 balls. Again, the question that has been raised against the Tanzanian side, Leonard, is that apart from the top 3 players, the top 3 batsmen of the Tanzanian side, will the responsibility be raised upon the middle order to chase down this total? Because if they end up losing big wickets like Ivan Sulemani here right now, it applies immense pressure to the middle order. And that is a big, big question mark to the Tanzanian side.
Yeah, all thanks for that. And all those questions, they need answers here. If I was talking about it now, if you look at these two teams, save for that wicket that has fallen down again, Uganda was also in the same position, but the good thing that Uganda managed to do was they didn't lose that early wicket. That's why you see now they've ended up 180. There comes in Kasim Chete. He's not been in good touch here, I'm telling you. His highest runs is 29 so far in 7 matches, 6 innings that he has played. The highest of 41, the highest of 29 or 41 runs that is good. So the question that you've asked there, Zaid, is look at that ball there, GMF ball, I'm telling you. He poured into the pitch again, and the length that Jonathan Sebanja is bowling at now, it does not give room for batters to play, especially the pull or cut. He's always asking that borderline question. End to end over number 5 here, 32 for the loss of 1 wicket. So going to what you were saying about Tanzania now, the middle order, if you compare them and what Uganda did, Uganda had Ronak Patel, Uganda had Aupesh Ramjani again doing that restructuring or reconstructing duties between the order. Then if you look at the captain, Brian Masaba, again, the finish, Kenneth Waiso, 18 of 9 deliveries. Now, that is where the other Tanzania batters need to come in and do now. Play the similar role those 3 guys have played. But the other question that I'd also want you to ask, I've been going through the statistics, watching the games Tanzania playing. Ivan Suleiman, the only game that he scored a lot of runs is that game where he was injured. Then he went on to sit outside. Then he came in and batted around number 5 or 6. That was the only time that he managed to score runs. So it's something that even going forward, again, him as a player needs to think and consider to say, where exactly am I effective? He has never been effective up the water. Yes, he can give you 2 or 3 boundaries, but then he goes out and applies pressure on the other batters. But now, where does he play best? Lovely piece of fielding there from Senyondo. Henry at short filing there, stopping, saving his team's 2 runs. So that is what he should also be asking himself, and go sit down with the captain and the coach to say, look, I am effective when I'm betting in this particular number. Yes, I've got a role to play there, but role changes. So if he goes and compares his statistics and his performance, I think that is something that I would love to see him coming down there, the order, and play innings like that. Because to me, he looks like a good finisher than a starter.
Very, very well said there. Very, very well said there by Leonard Namburo. Over the top plate this time. A couple of bounces and reaches the fielder on the boundary ropes there. Statistically speaking, Leonard, the win percentage of Tanzania in the East Africa tournament so far has been 50%. They've won 4 games, they've lost 4 games. And having won the toss 4 times, they've always been comfortable, more often fielding first. So setting a target for Team Tanzania hasn't been a task they look up to. They've got just 3 games remaining in this competition. Again, the top scorers. The top scorers for Team Tanzania in this tournament so far have been Abik Patwa, the captain, Amal Rajivan, 8 innings, 262 runs he scored, averaging 37.43. Kenneth Waiswa bowling to Kasim Chete, who plays it down the leg and rotates the strike there. And Ivan Selemani, number 3 for Tanzania, in the top run scorers, 216 to his name, averaging 24, strike rate of 171. So after these three are gone, Tanzania got lots of big shoes to fill in if they're chasing down a high total. This time, just given a flick and it goes over the boundary rope. He made it look so easy on this occasion, just using the pace of Kenneth Waiswa, and just a flick of the wrist there, Leonard goes for half a dozen. Have a look at that. Pitching full, just helped it on its way.
If you look at that shot was well executed again there, knowing that if he gets enough of that, he's going to clear the rope. So this is good to see from a big Patwa. If he can continue in that particular fashion, that's what you'd love from the captain. He has been playing some good innings here. I think he's amongst the leading run scorers of this tournament so far. So he is very capable. He's up at the top there. He is capable, but not like that. Lucky. That was his. That was supposed to have gone there from Simon Sezazi. I think he was a bit too casual there, but those are the chances that can get you the game. Look, you've got someone who's on 18 of 18 deliveries, giving you that chance as easy as this comes. That should have been taken.
There you see on the screen a stretch coming in at a very last moment. Should have taken a couple of steps to the back. He wasn't travelling at a pace that would have left him. Opportunity there goes down. And Kenneth Waiswa finishing his first over for 11 runs. The captain trying all he can to remain within the competition. You can't imagine the agony behind a player being the top scorer and not taking the trophy. A very, very calculative game this has become, as Team Uganda targeting this victory dearly for just 2 points here. They've got to play Team Rwanda in the afternoon, who are resting at the bottom of the table of East Africa Trophy here. But it has been a great experience for them to be playing against these sides. Gaining the experiences, gaining the encouragement of leveling up to a much, much higher opposition. Great for the game, great for the players, great for the East African community. Lovely, lovely shot there once again by Abik Patwa. Loud appeal there. And Veronica, the umpire, is not interested there. Love to see a review of that and see where that was going. It's a very animated appeal. He turned a mile there. Alpesh Ramjani getting ample amount of turn. Loud appeal once again. Not given. 2 in 2 there. Kasim Chete has been in questionable form of recent. That was pitching full. That should have been given. The umpire not getting those right, I believe, but it is her call in the end. And her call is what matters. Close there. Alpesh Ramjani with 3 dot balls, applying pressure to the Tanzanian side. Is given away just 2 runs and knocks him over this time. Past 3 balls have been targeting the stumps, and the 4th one goes through the gates and knocks him over. Kasim Chete has to take a long way back. Has been a very, very common sight in this East African trophy so far for him. Not putting up any figures whatsoever. 6 of 8 deliveries. And yet he's been playing in the top order for quite some time now for Team Tanzania. Have a look at that. Backing away from it. We saw a few Ugandan batsmen backing away and losing their wickets. And now the Tanzanians doing the same. And it was much quicker, much flatter there by Alpesh Ramjani, reading the pitch well, skidding it on to the stumps. Excellent execution by the Ugandan. Abik Patwa, the lone warrior, standing out there in the middle, seeking for support. And now he's being joined by his most trusted batsman. My co-commentator Bob Bashir Songa addresses him as the most complete batsman in this East African trophy in terms of technique, in terms of the way he goes about playing his game. Amal Rajivan, another stronghold for the Tanzanians. Something the Tanzanians look upon from here on is a partnership between these two. The leading scorers for Team Tanzania. Number 1 and number 2 together out there in the middle. But the task is never easy. 136 required from 77 balls. Required run rate is still at a peak, 10.5. There you see 9 matches, 9 innings, 262 to his name, 57 being his highest. Takes a shimmy and places it on the leg side, looking for that single. Was trying to come back for a double. Has been denied by Roger, also known as Papa by the Ugandan side. Henry Senyundo coming from the road end. Starts off with a single. Plays in between those fielders, but there is protection. Ronald Lutaya from the deep chucks it back to Kakuru Cyrus. Abik Patwa into the 20s now. Going at a run per ball rate. What sort of strategy do you think, Leonard, the Ugandans must start applying to get more pressure upon these two solid batsmen of the Tanzanian side?
I mean, needing 10 runs and over and you're going at 7, that is pressure alone here. Uganda have done everything right in their position. They've taken 2 wickets again inside 8 overs. So that is pressure already that they've applied. So they don't need to try a lot of things. You just need to keep bowling it. That one is gone big. Is it big enough to clear the rope? I don't think so. Straight into the hands. Lovely catch on the boundary again there. So this is what I'm saying from the question that you've asked. The pressure is already there. You understand? You can't have done everything very well in these 7 overs to bowl very well, field very well, create chances again. Then a big patois managing to fall for that trip again, trying to go up and over. But the long off was placed for that. That should be. Who has taken that catch comfortably very well. There, so it's something that you can have done. Look at that. There is the setup, flighted a bit, goes for the big hit, opening the gate there, moving away from the stumps, but only managing to find that wide-ish mid-off. The captain himself doing the catching job on the boundary. Fantastic there.
The captain being caught by the captain. Safe as a bank there. Eyes on the ball. Watched it all the way and cupping it in the end comfortably.
Yeah, that is pressure already. Look, it's now they need 11 runs and over. So that is what Uganda have done. I don't think they need to do anything more than what they're doing for now, unless if Tanzania changes the gear and goes for the other route of attacking. But for now, Uganda are on top of the situation here, so they don't need to change. Look at that. Tries to play against the spin. Then there's Ronak Patel, couldn't get that extra dive to reach out for that delivery. If he had taken that catch, I'm telling you, that was going to be one of the most exciting catch of this game.
Definitely. Big man like Ronak taking such opportunities is a very, very rare sight. Omar Sheikh coming in to the middle. 6 matches, 4 innings, 19 runs. Not much to talk about. Highest being 9. And that brings Alpesh Ramjani, who's now bowling from the Mount End. He's given away just a single so far in this over. But those numbers in his first over, he gave away only 2 runs and picked up a wicket. He's going to be bowling to the youngster from the under-19 Tanzania side that has been given the opportunity to join the national team. Placement there by Omar. Picks up a single. Good amount of turn Alpesh Ramjani is getting out of this surface. And mind you, they've got a second game today afternoon against Team Rwanda, who tend to struggle against spin bowling. But that is a story for the afternoon. Little bit of miscommunication there. Yes, no between the batsmen. 130 now required in 69 deliveries. 3 deliveries left in this over. Keeping it tight is Alpesh. Rotating the strike is Omar Sheikh.
Ones won't even hit Uganda here. They like to see Tanzania getting those singles again, so I'm not worried about those ones. If they just squeeze in a dot ball, 1 or 2 in that over, I'm telling you, that will be the best over here, and that will allow one of these batters to go up now. When you start going up now, that is where you create chances. There's Amal, Rajvan, and Omar Sheikh in there. 2 of them both new so far. So they have got 127 runs in 67 balls. I'm telling you, it's not going to be that easy if you keep playing this way. You see now. So this will make Uganda very happy. Yes, they've gotten 6 singles, but is it enough to get them to 127, 126 that they need? Yeah, not enough. They need to do more than that. 53, 55 for the loss of 3 wickets. 9 overs gone here now. Tanzania need to come up with a different strategy than the one that they're using now.
And again, the questions that I was coming at earlier on, Leonard, the captain getting out in that fashion, almost trying to expose the middle order that we've not seen much of throughout the course of this tournament. What sort of performance will they be able to put up against this quality Ugandan side, trying to chase down this total?
Henry Senyondo continues from the road end. Left arm spin. Again, starts off with a single. Uganda will be happy to see a lot of those singles coming in. Uganda, to answer your question, they've done very well taking those 3 wickets already. That is where they've gotten the game. So it's up now to Tanzania now to say those 3 batters in the upcoming games, they need to make sure that they play their role. Look at that piece of a gem from Henry Senyondo there, beating that outside edge. Amao Rajivan had no clue whatsoever to play that ball. It didn't turn much, but the bounce is the one that did him. So it's up to the Tanzania top order batters now to sit down and come up with a plan on how to bet longer on the wicket, because that is what has been their biggest downfall in every game that they've played, win or lose. The top order batters are not betting enough longer to put their team in a good position. So that's what they need to go and work on going forward to the other upcoming games. It's either in this tournament or the other tournaments to come. Just a dance on the wicket there, coming down the track, but fun managing to find the long off fielder. Again, 1 run. You see, the first ball went for 1. The next 2 balls, 2 dots. Then this is 1. Happy for Uganda.
Slowly but steadily have the Ugandans been applying pressure as we speak of. Goes through the fielder there, through the hands of Alpesh, but there is protection in the deep. The captain guarding the boundary ropes there. Brian Masaba making sure the ball does not go anywhere near the boundary. It was in the air for a fair amount of time. Henry Senyondo plays. Umar Sheikh plays it in the same region. Similar looking shot this time around. And that's the end of the 10th over. We've reached the halfway mark. Tanzania have got to 60, moving at a current run rate of exactly 6 per over. In 10, they've got to 60. Required is double that.
Alpesh, Ramjan. That is big and that is huge. It stays hit. There it goes. There's nothing that the fielder at mid-wicket could have done with that. That was well struck there. It went miles up again all the way for the maximum. A good start there from Omar Sheikh. They need a couple of these here if they want to minimize their chances of losing this game. But this time the same shot, but on the ground now. Finding the mid-wicket fielder there in terms of Roger Mukasa doing the job. The 7 runs so far in these 2 deliveries of Alpesh Ramjani. Lovely piece of bowling there again. Look at the pace again. That's something that our pace has done very well throughout this tournament. The mix-up of pace. Again, same line, but the way he mixes up his pace now is something that will always be troubling all the batters that have been facing. Look at that one, drop short, tries to go for the scoop hit, but because he went a bit quicker, could not manage to get contact. And the most important thing for our patient in Uganda is dot balls now. And once those dot balls come in, yes, you've been hit for the 6 of your first delivery of the over, but the comeback now is the one that we always look to talk about.
Again, that shot you've just seen from Amal Rajivan. This time it is placed but goes through the fielder and it will be a boundary. Effort goes in vain. And these are the kind of shots that now you expect out of the Tanzanians due to desperate attempts of picking up those quick runs. The singles will not hurt the Ugandans at all, like you mentioned, Leonard. So the big boundaries are what the Tanzanians will need to target now.
Good running there between the wickets and realizing that the ball has gone to the right side of Alpesh Ramjan. He could not throw with that right arm of his there. End of over number 11 here, 72 for the loss of 3 wickets. The required rate keeps on going up now. It's 12 and they're still going at 6 point. So they need to up it up. 6.55 there. They need to up it up now if they want to increase their chances of winning this game. Yeah, I'm telling you, they need to do something better than that. They need a couple of overs like this one. This one is going for 12. They need 3 or 4 of these overs that are going at this rate. Then once they do that, that will take them a bit more closer to the total. But it's not going to be an easy fate here because Uganda, with the quality of bowlers that they possess, you need to make sure that you dig deeper. You need to come up with strong solutions. The outside edge finds the big man there on the 30-yard circle, Ronak Patel.
Ronnie there putting his body on the line behind the ball, not allowing the ball to go past him. Lovely, lovely effort by the big man. We're done with 11 overs here. And we've got Henry Sanyundo coming into the attack once again from the parking end, from the road end. Flighted and much fuller, plays it down the ground, straight to Brian Masaba at long on. Attempts are being made here by the Tanzanians, but not being fruitful. Every delivery that goes by, the pressure keeps rising here. And the Ugandans are doing really well in the field, trying to keep them to a minimum. We haven't seen too much of overfielding or extras being offered here by the Ugandans. And the only person to beat over here, I would say, to the Tanzanian side is Amal Rajivan. The Ugandans seek his wicket. They see him as the prize wicket as of now. Plays it on the leg side and leaves Jonathan Sebanja in a flash. He stood no chance, and that goes down the leg for yet another boundary. Well timed and well played there by Amal Rajivan, accessing that boundary once again. Plays it around the corner. Sweeps this time. Roger Mukasa gets to it and cuts it off. Just last delivery left in the over. The left hand, right hand combination out there in the middle for Team Tanzania making the Ugandans change their field. This time it has been connected. There we have the East Africa Trophy standings. Team Uganda playing 8, winning 7. Most dominant team here with 14 points, net run rate of 1.7. And then you've got Tanzania on number 2. Played 8, won 4, lost 4. The media room here having a little bit of fluctuations with their presentation here. Apologize from their behalf. We'll come up with the statistics once again for the points table here of East Africa Trophy. Kenneth Waiswa back into the attack from the Mount End. He's gone for 11 runs. His previous over, the only over he had bowled before this. But when the captain wants to bring out a change in the game, he looks up. He looks upon Kenneth Waiswa to bring that change. Let's wait and see how does it affect the game now, bringing Kenneth Waiswa into the attack against Omar Sheikh and Amal Rajivan, who are slowly building up a partnership here. Partnership of 33 of 24 balls. Omar Sheikh 16 of 10. Amal Rajivan 19 of 17. 99 now needed in 40. Eight balls. And just one there.
Another blow to the head to Ronak Patel. This time when fielding, obviously you know the normal procedure there. There's the physio running in through, but he seems fine, but the procedures. Look at that, I'm telling you, those are not good signs there. The boy is always looking for his head each time, whether he's betting or he's fielding. The boy is always looking for that. Kenneth Waiswa bowling his second over here. So far, he has not yet taken a wicket, but we know is those kind of bowlers that when the more they bowl, the more they start taking wickets here. So it's up to the captain and him to see where exactly is he going to bowl. They are in control big time here, I'm telling you. They need to keep on applying pressure like what they are doing now. A lot of those balls, yes, we've got two well-set batters here that have got a partnership that has been growing. But now the most important question that I would ask is, the required rate keeps climbing. What plan does Umar Sheikh and Amal Rajvan have now going forward so that they close that gap between runs and balls? You understand? So that is what they should be thinking again. These little breaks again also allows them to get fresh ideas from the outside and rethink again to say, how do we go about our betting?
And there we have the table once again. Tanzania on second position with 8 points. Rwanda with 2. From here on, not really possible for Team Rwanda to catch up. And again, the net run rate being at the top is Team Uganda, as you can see, with Team Tanzania left with 3 other games after this. Eight plus 6, that would probably make Tanzania get to 14. And a wide there being indicated by Veronica, the on-field umpire. Kenneth Weiswer believing he heard something off the bat as it found its way to the gloves of the keeper. Probably hit the ground there. A few silent overs over here, and Team Tanzania could see itself sinking. Just a short arm jab there. Lovely effort there by Roger Mukasa on the boundary ropes, but it carries on for a maximum. Good looking shot there by Omar Sheikh. Typical cricketing shot that couldn't time the jump with precision there on the boundary. Good effort, nevertheless. And that adds 6 runs to the board for Team Tanzania as they reach the 90s now in the 13th over. This time opens the face on the off. The chase is on and kicks it to the boundary this time. Unfortunate for Team Uganda. Team Tanzania rejoicing these boundaries here. 10 runs coming off the last 2 deliveries that Kenneth has bowled. He's still left with 1 more to go. Ronald Lutaya chasing that ball. Tried using a little bit of fancy footwork. Not having his football shoes on today. More of a Harry Maguire kind of performance. Finishes the over with a single. Kenneth Weiswer, 25 runs. He's been hit in his 2 overs so far yet to pick up a wicket. Someone who's well known for picking up wickets in the Ugandan side. Tanzania 96 for the loss of 3 wickets at the 13th over mark. Amal Rajivan on 20 of 18. Omar Sheikh on 28 of 15. Tournament boundaries, 353 boundaries and 123 maximums have been hit so far. Plenty more to come as it keeps all our viewers entertained online and all the viewers and visitors that come check out the games live here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium, courtesy of our proud sponsors, Dufferbet and Rwanda Cricket Association. Henry Senyundo into his final over of his spell. He's given away 20 runs so far. He's picked up 1 wicket. Starts off with a single. He's got 5 deliveries left here. Another dot.
Lovely piece of glove work there from Cyrus Kakuru. Lovely take there. The batter not realizing that is off the crease, being beaten off by that pace, deceived by the pace that Henry Senyondo bowled there. Lovely. At one point he thought it was going to be caught behind, but it's not going to be that. Then you see there perishing for 20 off, 19 deliveries, 84 runs in 40 balls that they need. Henry Senyondo being the one to take that wicket. We've talked about this partnership that they need to do something special. Look at that delivery there. There goes there now. The keeper goes, take good take. That is good. The good decision from umpire there. Veronica Irio.
Lovely bit of glove work there by Kikuru Sayas. And the danger man, Amal Rajivan, has to walk back. A very, very big wicket for the Tanzanian side. And will be interesting to see the next man walking in. Mohamed Katunde taking on charge. Will he be up to the mark to carry on with the chase here? 8 matches, 7 innings, 119 runs to his name, 46 being his highest, averaging 19, strike rate of 104. Henry Senyondo picks up a wicket off his 3rd delivery and his 2nd wicket so far in this game. He's given away 20 runs with just 2 deliveries left now in his spell. He's been asking good questions to the Tanzanian side, a side that is well known to play spin. Gets the bottom edge this time, fortunate, and they rotate the strike with that. It won't be easy from the Tanzanians' perspective here on forward, as the main big 3 scorers have been taken care of by the Ugandans and sent back into the dugout. 84 in 37 balls. Is it a big ask? Let's wait and find out.
End of over number 14. Tanzania are currently on 98 for the loss of 4 wickets. 83 runs in 36 balls. Iswa Kenneth continues. I think this is the first game that I've seen him going this much expensive and not even taking a wicket in his overs. So he's still a couple of overs left for him to bowl. You never know. A wicket or 2, the game changes. He's so far leading in terms of wickets, 18. Can he add another 2 to make it 20? He's that kind of a bowler that would want the quality he possesses in terms of bowling. He's capable enough of doing that, and that is something that the captain Brian has managed to do very well with his bowlers. He knows exactly where to use them and when to use them. And that's what you want from your captain who is leading the team. Understanding the situation, who to bring, who not to bring, at what particular situation, things like that. Again, that was bowled into the legs and played by Umar Sheikh to square leg. And like I've been saying earlier on, singles, even in the matches they come, Uganda will be the happiest of the two teams here in terms of conceding singles. Tanzania need to start looking for that boundary, one or two in and over, and complement it with these singles. If they keep on going at this rate, I'm not seeing them anyway getting closer to winning this game. Bowled into the pitch there, and Mohamed Katunda had no room whatsoever to play that push shot with freedom. He was tucked in again. I've been speaking about the length, especially the shorter one. The Ugandans bowls, if they bowl that short, boys, you don't have any room whatsoever to play the pull or cut. It's always well directed, and that's what you need from your seamers, again, knowing exactly where and how to bowl that short delivery. That should be maximum. Yes, maximum it is. Well picked, went under it. A bit straight to the leg side there. Umar Sheikh goes there and he goes big. Get the maximum. Yes, if they get a couple of overs again, I keep saying this like this. Look at that. Not too short, not like well as I anticipated there, but that was on the length. But just because he went into position early and knowing exactly where he wanted to hit that ball, that's why he manages to get those much needed 6 runs for his team. 3 delivers left here in this game already. They've conceded 8 runs, Uganda it is. They just need to keep squeezing Tanzania a bit longer. Again, this time again, another maximum, same region. At this time it was being hit with less elevation. It went quick to the boundary. There he is. I'm saying this is the only game that I've seen Kennedy going for many. So far, of the 8 games that he's played so far, he has been very, very economical. He has been taking wickets, but this game only is the only game that he has gone for plenty. You would expect things like that, especially when you're going into the back end of the tournament. Again, look, he has been bowling 4 over spells back to back again. So sometimes you start to understand the fatigue start to go in through the body, things like that. And also teams are starting to understand you, are starting to know you, they've studied you, so they always come up with plans against you. But the most important thing that he's done is he's taken himself and the team 18 wickets, and not just wickets, but when his team needed him to deliver that job, that's what he has managed to do. That's the quality that Kennedy possesses.
Back-to-back maximums off the bat of Omar Sheikh, who's into his 40s for the first time in this tournament. His highest score so far. Omar Sheikh being introduced to the national side of Tanzania. The only Centurion in the under-19 Tanzania side. Showed great potential, now being part of men's team. He's showing what he's capable of. Loud appeal there by Kenneth Waiswa. Prolonged appeal there with a raise of his hand, asking Veronica, was that out? Veronica, with a shake of her head, says no. End of the 15th over, just 5 overs remaining here. 113 on board for the loss of 4. "68 runs in 30 balls. Played by Mohamed Katunde on the offside. Alpesh Ramjani picks up his second wicket. Omar Sheikh on his highest score of the tournament, 43, has got to leave yet again. We see a batsman getting into the 40s and missing out on that 50 landmark. Castles him this time around. Outfoxed by the spinner, Alpesh Ramjani, who has a tendency of picking wickets when the team needs it the most. And with that wicket, Alpesh Ramjani is the best bowler of East Africa Trophy now. 18 wickets to his name with an economy of 5.06, averaging 8.33 in his 8 innings that he has bowled. Remarkable with the bowl. And with the bat, he's in the top 3. 235 runs to his name, averaging 33, strike rate of 139 in 8 innings that he has played. A very, very valuable asset to the Ugandan side. Tries to play that to the cow corner region, but completely fails to connect the ball. Mohamed Tunde is struggling facing Alpesh Ramjani. A quicker one this time around. Held its line. And yet another dot ball. Lovely over there. Gave away just 2 runs and picked up a wicket. Alpesh Ramjani is done with his spell. His figures are 22 runs that he gave away. Picked up 2 wickets in 4 overs that he bowled. Mohamed Katunde and Ali Kimote out there in the middle. And we've got Billy, as they call him in the Ugandan side, Bilal Hassan, coming to bowl from the Mount End. A few adjustments being made in the field for the bowling, for the over of Bilal Hassan here. Required run rate is a steep high 16.5. Not quite sure it's reachable. Need 66 runs now in 24 balls, Team Tanzania. And see the positive body language of the Ugandans, knowing they've got the upper hand in this competition. Here we go. Coming in for his third over. Into the block hole, was swinging into him. Plays it on the leg side. Almost a survival shot there by Mohammed. By Ali Kimote. Rotating the strike. And that brings Mohammed Katunde on strike. Fuller length there by Bilal Hassan, and Tanzanians trying to come back for a second run and pick up yet another wicket. A run out executed by the Ugandans. Lovely bit of glove work there. Takes the bails off in no time. Is Kakuru Cyrus. Mohammed Katuna has to depart for a short stay of 3 runs that he scored off 7 balls there. Tanzania in all sorts of trouble here. Again, the swinging in Yorker at this stage of the game. Never easy. Lovely arm there by young Pascal. Nowhere near the line there. Easy decision for tall Eric in the end to make. A full delivery way outside off stump by Bilal Hassan, trying to make Ali Kimote reach out for it, not getting any bat on it as it passes by in a flash. Dot ball. And catch being taken, went the aerial route, Ali Kimote, and has to depart. Bilal Hassan gets another wicket for Team Uganda in this over. Roger Mukasa with safe hands there. 2 out of 2. Not much to say about that short stay of Ali Kimote there, Team Tanzania. At the moment, everything seems to be going one way. Lovely bit of movement there. Was into the slot but didn't have enough power or elevation behind it. Ends up giving a simple catch in the outfield.
I mean, going forward with these games here, I'm telling you, it's going to be a tough headache for the Ugandan selectors and the coach here with the performance that some of these guys have showed up here. If you look, there are some players that are missing here. I think 7 of them that are not here, who are also good quality. So if you look at it now, we've seen Senyondo here, we've seen Alpesha Ramjan. That's a gem of a ball there from Bilal Hassan. So I'm talking about Senyondo here, I'm talking about Alpesh. Those are 2 left arm spinners. Again, Sebanja again comes in as a left arm sim, and they have got Danish Nakarani again. I'm telling you, if they make into the squad, I'm telling you, for November, it's going to be tough for teams to be facing a spell of left arm bowlers, both spin and pace. Because not a lot of those teams, they've got that kind of bowling lineup with that. Lovely again, Yorker after Yorker. This is what you want from the last overs. Digging in that Yorker. Yes, they've managed to get 2 runs, but not enough to get them there close to the total. Finishing up with a good over. They're taking 2 wickets in this over, Bilal Hassan. That's the quality that he possesses. I'm telling you. So after just going through those things, those players, I'm telling you, Uganda is going to be a team to watch there if they manage to get their combination right in terms of bowling, getting those lefties in to come and bowl. And they are not just ordinary bowlers. We're talking about quality bowlers here. So it's going to be a good headache for the coach Lawrence and the selectors to come up with a final 14 for that global qualifiers in Namibia in a couple of months to come.
It is a very, very nice headache to have, indeed. In this tour alone, he's left out 7 to 8 of his quality players back at home who are ready to play as they are in good performance all around by the Ugandan national side. At the moment, they're showing true dominance over the Tanzanian side as 7 wickets have gone down. Again, takes the aerial route and a catch has been taken. Ali Kimote has to walk back to the dugout for 2 runs that he's put on. Kenneth Waiswa there picking up a brilliant catch in the deep. Cool as you like it in a hot Monday afternoon. Sibanja picking up his 2nd wicket off the very first delivery of his over yet again. Too many overs have been bowled where the bowlers pick up a wicket off the very first delivery. We've gotten accustomed to seeing that feat by plenty of bowlers throughout the East Africa Trophy. A bit of a reset there by Sibanja. And a slow full toss offered there by Jonathan Sibanja. We've got Johnson Nyambo on strike, who didn't spot it. Coming in for the lower end of the Tanzanian batting lineup, Mohamed Yunus and Jonathan Nyambo. Both of these bowlers have done their part with the ball in hand, and now they've got a bat in hand, but the ask is too high for them to get to that mark. And again, much fuller by Jonathan Sibanja. Trying to make the Tanzanians play that lofted shot. Trying to create catching opportunities for Team Uganda.
Fallen into the trap there. He has been looking for that. Again, bowling those slow deliveries full. And that one came as a gift, as a full toss, but the idea was fine, but the execution there now, again, finding the long off fielder, Alpesh Ramjan, Mohamed Yunus, just 2 runs under his belt. This is where experience comes in again. Look at the way Jonathan is bowling again, understanding that is bowling intelligence, and that's what you want. Look at that again, the roll of the fingers on the seam there. And it's being a full toss, he wanted to go for the big, but the ground was big enough for him not to clear. Those ones, you'd normally expect players like Ivan Suleimani, the captain, a big Patwa, to be clearing the rope. But if you've got your number 10, 11 in, not easy balls to dispatch. In as easy as they might look to be under a normal cricket game, but now with the batters that are up, the balls like that won't go anywhere. So lovely piece of intelligent bowling from Jonathan Sebanja. Again goes for that full Yorker. 18 overs gone here, 120 for 9. Last wicket needed for Uganda to win this game. And Tanzania needing 30.50 in and over. That's 61 off 12 deliveries. I've seen an over that has gone for 36. I've seen an over that has gone for 30. So it shows that things like that are very, very much possible. But who now is the question? You've got Yalinde Maurice and Johnson in there. Who is capable enough to get 36 runs in an over or 30? I'm telling you. Let's just wait and find out. You never know.
Plays it down the ground and just gets a single there. Good effort there in the field by Papa. Roger Mukasa, he's been very busy in the field today, despite not putting much on the board with the bat. Jonathan Sebanja, those are his numbers. 4 overs, 1 maiden he bowled, 19 dot balls, 17 runs only he has given away, and picked up 3 wickets with an economy of 4.25. Remarkable numbers for a pace bowler. And knocks the middle stump over. And that's it. Team Uganda pick up the final wicket here. Bilal Hassan damaging the furniture. Yalinde Morris not up to mark, playing the pace of Bilal. 121 all out are Team Tanzania. Team Uganda win by 59 runs. And there is the batting scorecard for Team Tanzania. Abik Patwa, the captain, 21 off 23 with 1 boundary and 2 maximums. Ivan Selemani, 16 off 13, 4 boundaries and 1 maximum. Kasim Chete, a short stay, 6 off 9. Amal Rajivan, the wicketkeeper, 20 off 20 with 2 boundaries. A brilliant knock by Umar Sheikh, 43 off 23, but the efforts go in vain. Mohamed Kitunda, 4 off 8 deliveries, and everything going below that was just unacceptable. We've got Ali Kimote, 2 off 3, Salom Ali Jumbe, a duck off the second delivery, Mohamed Yunusi, 2 off 4, Johnson Nyambo left not out for 2 off 3, and Yalinde Morris getting cleaned up by Bilal Hassan for a duck off the second delivery, with just 5 extras being provided by Team Uganda. There we have the bowling figures of Team Uganda. Jonathan Sebanja, 4 overs, 19 dots, 17 runs, 3 wickets, economy of 4.25. Bilal Hassan, 3.2 overs, 11 dots, 21 runs, 2 wickets, 6.3 economy. Kenneth Waiswa, not very effective today. 3 overs, 4 dots, 39 runs. No wicket for him today. And the most expensive, going for 13 per over. Alpesh Ramjani playing a brilliant bowling. 4 overs, 10 dots, 22 runs, 2 wickets, 5 being his economy. Henry Senyundo, 4 overs, 7 dots, 22 runs, and 2 wickets. Have the chart after the 15th over. It was a flat line by Team Tanzania, getting about to the 113 mark there, and things Slow down crazily there. Matt Summary. Ranak Patel 37 of 23. Alpesh Ramjani 36 of 33. Brian Masaba 27 of 14. Omar Sheikh 43 of 23 for Team Tanzania. Abik Patwa 21 of 23. And Amal Rajivan 20 of 20. And that's it from the commentary box. This is Zaid Khan signing out. My partner, co-commentator Lennon Namburo will join you for the post-match interview shortly. And stay tuned. I'll catch you back for the toss of the second game this afternoon of the East Africa Trophy. Signing out is Zaid Khan.